Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539. 0539.
Call the good RUDS.
Homeowners, if you have an electrical project you need done, then you need the good dudes at Gabroods. Family owned and operated for 30 years, Jay Gabrood and his team are the area's recognized experts for everything electrical, from the very basic like repairs, lighting upgrades, and whole house fans, to the biggies, panel replacements, EV stations, and backup generators. Gabroods does it all and does it right the first time. They're actually the guys their competition recommends. Gabroods, expert, 5-star service, and always transparent, honest prices and solutions. Say goodbye to your electrical issues. Visit Gabroods.com or call 24/7 and speak with a real live person. Gabroods, G-U-B-R-U-D-S.
Call the good dudes at Gabroods. G-U-B-R-U-D-S. Gabroods.com.
Some call it overplanning. At Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator system. When the power goes out, your Generac system kicks in, so you've always got power no matter what. Upgrade your home with a Generac home standby generator system professionally installed by the energy pros at Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air, the guys in the big red trucks.
His name? Grant Napier.
Sacramento's most iconic announcer is back.
3 o'clock, Monday through Friday, 3-hour show.
The Grant Napier Show is back.
The Grant Napier Show, weekdays 3 to 6, right here on Fox Sports Sacramento. Grant's back. Join the conversation every weekday afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. KSAC 890 AM Olivehurst, K284CM 104.7 FM Sacramento. Hello, Sacramento.
Sacktown.
And welcome in.
Grant Napier.
How you been?
You know this guy.
It's your show.
So happy to hear you on the airwaves.
2+ decades on the radio with you.
Just the start of an incredible journey.
Now he's back on Fox Sports 104.7 FM and 890 AM.
3 to 6 every day, Fox Sports Sacramento.
The phone number?
916-779-0929.
His name? Grant Napier.
And a good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. On the way to a great weekend. Beautiful weather here in Sacramento in Northern California. Need to talk about the clown show that is the Sacramento Kings 2025-2026 edition. A team with an embarrassing record of 14-50, with an embarrassing point differential of minus 10.9, the very worst in the league. A team that has a horrible owner, a unproven GM, a coach that should not be an NBA head coach, a coach that would not be an NBA head coach anywhere else in the league, and a bunch of players that don't fit. There are some promising young players that Scott Perry has done a good job of in acquiring, such as Max Reynaud. Precious Achiuwa has played very well. Before he was injured, Dylan Cardwell was playing very well. So you have to put that in the positive column for the Kings GM. You can't say that about Dennis Schroeder. You don't know that yet about Nick Clifford. And I've said this from day one, definitely not with Russell Westbrook. Speaking of Westbrook, he challenged the Sacramento media last night after the game. He flat out challenged him. That's right, challenged him. Now, I'm not going to speak for any members of the Sacramento media, but I would only speak for myself. If a player is going to try to embarrass me in front of my peers, that ain't happening. All right? And if you think that that would be a no-win situation for me, I don't care. I'm not getting humiliated and embarrassed by a player who has lost many more games for the team this year than he's won by his insistence of shooting the ball and 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 so on and so forth. And I say that with a kind of a bunch of mixed emotions because I really respect Russell Westbrook. I mean, the guy plays the game hard every play, regardless of whether he plays well or not. You know, he gives you your money's worth. So I give him credit for that. I pat him on the back. First ballot Hall of Famer. But, I mean, I'm not sure why he's challenging the media. What has the media said about the Sacramento Kings this year that is unfair? Now, for those of you that did not hear Westbrook last night after the game, let's now revisit the scene inside the Sacramento Kings media room.
What can be accomplished like in these last 19 games?
You know, go out, compete. This is a game. You professional, go out and play. And that's all you can do. Which I think, though, because y'all got a lot of answers and y'all always be talking. Oh, it's very interesting. Y'all don't got no. You guys have a lot of opinions about how we do what we doing. What you got? No, you. Yeah, you make a lot of statements and broad statements that you have no context. So where do you get your context from? Are you in practice? Are you at our film session? Are you anywhere around the building? No, I haven't seen you at practice. So the false context of, and actually, do you know me? I know you. No, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. But you make a lot of comments as though you do know me. No, you don't. My intent, I see it. But I'm asking you now, but you don't know me, right? So you don't know anything about me. Thank you. That's good. Anybody else? You guys have any comments about how we play, what we doing? You guys are quiet today, but you guys have a lot of comments when the game's going on, and after the game, what we doing, what we should be doing, how we should be doing it. I'm confused. Oh, let me hear. You must have been in our film session too.
I'm not in your film session, but you guys have the worst record in the NBA.
Cool.
You guys have been bottom 3 in offense and defense throughout the year.
Perfect.
So, I mean, I think that's fair to.
What's fair?
It's fair to point that out.
Yeah, that's been pointed out, but that's not the only thing that's been talked about. What else is to point out?
Well, I can only speak for myself.
But that's not the only thing you say. I've seen things you say. It's not just about our offense and our defense and what our record is. We've been the worst record for a long time now.
What have I said?
I don't want to go down the route, but I mean, we can. I'm asking you. You have a lot of things to say, so this is your time. This is the floor to say it. I mean, this is the time.
I just think in sports when
it's the time
teams don't have success,
right?
They're up.
You think that we should have success, right? Do you feel that way? I mean, a lot of you guys feel,
that you should have success?
Yeah.
I think you guys are trying to have success, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good. What about you? What you think?
I think it's been a rough year for everybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, as somebody who's covered the league for a long time and this team
Yeah.
for a long time, this is by far the worst season I've
Yeah.
And I don't blame that.
No, listen, I don't think nobody's blaming me. I'm just saying what I don't like is that I've been in the league a long time and I've been around a lot of different organizations, media, beat writers, and we have a lot of young guys on this team, a lot of guys that don't know what's happening or what's around, whether it's from the coaching, from the players. You guys' job is to talk about the game, what's happening in the game, not stir up a bunch of, I don't want to cuss here because I want to get fined, but stir up a bunch of stuff that it's not accurate. And that's my problem. Like being in the league a while, I've been able to experience a lot of these times where people outside of our building, outside of the film session, outside of what we do daily, how much work we put in, that is not an easy job to do. It's not an easy job to do. And I think the respect level is that we respect y'all, we respect what y'all do. Y'all come in, y'all make y'all comments, and nobody say nothing. But I don't have to sit back and not say nothing. I've been the media is, that's been my thing and been down the road. But as a leader of this team, it's my job to speak up for the guys in the locker room. We talk about it, they see it. I hear it. Because of the comments you guys make, you got guys thinking about a whole bunch of random things that has nothing to do with the game. You guys are making false comments about our team and what we're doing here, and I don't appreciate that. So my ask is that you respect what we do and we respect what you do.
Yes, some different that you've seen throughout your career, as far as media coverage.
No, not for me. No, I've seen much worse. But it's not about me. It's about our team. So I'm talking about our team and our group of guys, the organization. I wasn't, I came here a little late, but I feel like you guys expect us that we was gonna win the championship. The way the conversation and how we talking is like, yeah, you guys, we don't win the championship. It's like it's a bust or something, and that's not the case. This is our job. Like y'all have your job, y'all go to work. We don't. It'd be great if we can critique y'all, but we don't. We have our job. We come do our job the best way we know how to. Wins, losses, all a part of the game, and after that, we go home. Y'all go home and see your families. We go home and see our families, and that's that. But don't make false context comments about people as individuals, people who they are, what they do, what they're thinking, why they're doing this, how come they're doing that. If you don't know, don't say nothing you don't know nothing about. And that's particularly for you.
Russ, I think in Sacramento recently with Keon, more recently with Precious, you've seen some guys either undrafted or who have been towards getting out of the league,
right?
Get like a second chance here or to really blossom in their first opportunity. What has impressed upon you about Sacramento as a place? Do you think that has happened in the last few years? Like why in Sacramento is that kind of a culture they've seemed to be able to breed a little bit of like developing young guys or guys that maybe needed a fresh start?
I think just giving opportunity. Obviously, this is a unique place, and I think whether it's front office or just the synergy of bringing guys in, giving an opportunity to be able to go out and try to compete, and whether it's revamp their career or
All right. So those are a lot of the comments last night from Russell Westbrook. All right, a couple of things. First of all, I'm not at practice. I'm not in the film sessions. I'm not around the building. I don't need to be at practice. I don't need to be at film sessions, and I don't need to be around the building to assess this team. Because the bottom line is, I don't give a damn what your film sessions are like or what your practice is like or what the building is like or your locker room is like. I don't care. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. Because it's irrelevant. All right? The people that go to pay to go watch your lousy team play every night, which you've set now a franchise record for consecutive home losses, those people that pay their money don't give a damn what's going on in your film session. They don't care about your practice. They don't care about anything that's going on, Russ, in the building. It's irrelevant, okay? Here's what matters, Russ, for the people that invest in the team and buy tickets and watch the games, how you perform during the 48 minutes. That's what matters. All right? Nobody cares what's going on behind the scenes. Nobody cares. I'm a diehard New York Giants fan. You think I care what the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday practices are like? I don't care. Show me on Sunday. Your team stinks. And yes, injuries are a part of it, and we have to acknowledge that. But even when you had the bulk of your roster, you were still terrible. And here's the other thing, okay? Why is it that you are taking a shot almost every single minute you're on the floor? Like, what is that all about? Do you really care about winning with this team, or are you just about getting yours? I'm asking you an honest question. Are you just about your stats and climbing up the ladder, or is there more to it? Now, I know you don't dog it on the court. I've never seen you take a play off, but you take some of the worst damn shots I've ever seen in my life. And you're the last person I want with the ball in their hands at the end of the game. I can tell you that. I mean, there's no way I want you having the ball in your hand at the end of the game. Now, you're calling out the media and you're challenging them, and my question is why? This is a bottom line business, and your team is a clown show. Nothing makes sense. And again, I have mixed emotions in talking about this because I really respect the guy. I really do. But I've also been very, very transparent about his signing and how it made zero sense. He shouldn't be on this team. Makes no sense, didn't make any sense, and it still doesn't make sense. And I have no idea what Doug Christie is doing. I swear I have no idea what the guy is doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Here's what I know, because I have eyes. I don't need to be in your film session and in your practices, okay? Because I can watch the games. I already see. All I got to do is look at your huddles. All I got to do is look at body language. All I have to do is look at 5 guys not playing together on almost every single night of the year, okay? Like, my eyes tell me everything I need to know. And my eyes tell me that your team is a disaster and that any criticism that comes from the media, see, I'm getting allergic to you, Russ, is absolutely justified. All right? So lay off the media. The Sacramento media, Russ, is like a vanilla cupcake. Yeah, I know one thing. Westbrook wouldn't talk like this if he was playing on the Knicks in New York and they had a 14-50 record. He wouldn't be talking about this in Philadelphia if he was a Sixer and they were 14-50. He wouldn't be talking about this in Boston. Hang on. You're killing me, Westbrook. Now I got allergies because of you, because you're infuriating me. Lay off the media. What do you want him to do? Paint a bright picture of how good things are? Seriously. Unbelievable. I mean, come on now. But I'm telling you, I'm only speaking for him. I'm not speaking for anybody else that was in that room last night. I'm speaking for me. If I'm in a media session after a game and somebody challenges me and wants to embarrass me in front of my peers, you better be ready for some debate. Because I'm not going to sit there with my mouth closed, biting my tongue. That's just me. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I got a question for you, Russ. Your team sucks, okay? I got a question for you, Russ. Last night, you played 34 minutes. Devin Carter didn't get in the game. That's right. Last year's first-round draft pick did not get in the game because you're on the team. You're on the Sacramento Kings, Russ. You know why you're on the Kings? Because nobody else in the league wanted you. Let's just get right down to the nuts and bolts of this. You're on the Sacramento Kings because there's an individual or individuals in the organization that are enamored with you. And they had just signed Dennis Schroeder to a 3-year deal, and then they signed you, which made no sense. Nobody across the league, Russ, you know, you want to rip the Sacramento media? Well, you better rip the Zach Lowe's of the world and the Bill Simmons of the world and those on NBA radio that destroy your team every single day. From Brian Scalabrine to Eddie Johnson, we can go on and on, okay? So, you know, if you want to attack the Sacramento media while you're at it, attack the national media. And I understand that you want to play, and I get that, and that you don't coach the team, although I don't know who's coaching the team, so you do coach the team. Why are you playing 34 minutes? Why are you playing 34 minutes? Explain that to me, would you please? I don't understand that. I mean, I really don't. I don't know what else can happen in this season. We've gone through everything. I mean, seriously. Hey, Scott Perry, did what happened last night in the postgame press conference or your head coach back in November calling out everyone in the media, does that fit your 6 criteria or whatever the hell they're called? Huh? I'm just curious. Is that what your 6 principles are? Your core values, which is an absolute joke with a capital J, which is an embarrassment? Really? What are we in romper room here? Does that fit into those 6 codes? The conduct of your coach calling out the media and Russell Westbrook challenging the media as a 37-year-old point guard who takes 3-point shots in his sleep I mean, I'm just curious, just wondering, what a mess this year has been. What a mess. And you're calling out the Sacramento media. Shame on you. Shame on you. They don't deserve to be called out when you play for the worst team in the history of the Sacramento Kings. Okay? And you know what, Russ? As much as the fans love watching you play because you don't take a play off, they're tired of you chucking up the ball all the time. Okay? They're tired of it. They're tired of it. Just telling you the truth, Russ. You want to know what's going on? You want to know how I feel? That's how I feel. And if you call me up on my show right now and you want to talk to me, I'll tell you the same thing to your face. I got no problem with that. The fans are getting tired of it. They're getting tired of it. They've been tired for a while now. That's the truth. That's the reality of the situation. And I say that with full 100% respect for the way you approach your profession. I respect the fact that you answer the bell and play hard no matter what the score of the game is. That I commend you for. But that doesn't mean I commend the way you play and the decisions you have been making on the floor for a long time, because here's what I do know when you're on the floor. There's no offense. There are no plays run. The ball doesn't advance. There's nothing good that happens. That's what I do know, or rarely happens. But don't worry. You got a front office that loves you. You got a head coach who's so enamored with you that he's got to play you 34 minutes every night or 40 minutes. It's a joke. Oh, you know what? Let's play Russell Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder, but let's bench Malik Monk and Keon Ellis. Boy, that's really smart. Let's bench Keon Ellis, who's playing like 25 or 30 minutes every night for the team in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are playing very well, and he's on the floor in crunch time, but he can't play in Sacramento. You don't want to know why he can't play in Sacramento, Russ? And again, I know you're not coaching a team because of you. That's why. Let's just get right down to the nuts and bolts of it. Because of you. Because of Scott Perry with his stupid signing of you. Now look what happened. You got a player that should be in Sacramento, okay, in Keon Ellis, who's now on the Cavaliers, playing very well for them in crunch time and playing a lot of minutes every night. That's why. That's why. Let's just get right down to it. Come on. Calling out the Sacramento media. That's a bad move on your part, Russ. That's a bad move. It really is. Pick on somebody else, would you please? Your season has been a clown show. An absolute embarrassment. And you're calling out the Sacramento media. You know what, Russ? Be better, do better. Do better than that, would you? Stop it with that nonsense. Now we're going to blame the Sacramento media because they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't want to confront you, or you know what? Stop it. What a unprofessional move. Oh, excuse me. That violates the Sacramento code that Scott Perry has put forth. I better not say that. What a joke. You know what's not a joke? Village Financial Group. When it comes to real estate, buying a home, selling a home. Spencer, definitely not a joke. The guy is so experienced, and he's a financing specialist. He has access to private money, and that's important because that will expedite the closure of your loan. Hey, folks, give Spence a call or text him at 916-805-4868. That's 916-805-4868. You can also go online, get all the information there, and check out thousands of listings at vfgloans.com. That's vfgloans.com. It makes sense to call Spence at 916-805-4868. That's 805-4868. Village Financial Group, looking out for your best interest. Give me a call. What do you think about this? 916-779-0929. I want to hear from you. Text messages, my YouTube page. We're streaming there, Fox Sports Sacramento. Let's do it right here on the Grant Napier Show.
Listen up, guys. Are you experiencing any of the following? Fatigue, less drive, poor performance? If so, you may be one of the nearly 30 million men in the U.S. today dealing with ED. But did you know you don't have to pay hundreds for a prescription anymore? And you don't have to deal with the hassle of seeing the doctor or the embarrassment of going to the pharmacy for a certain pill. Now, with one free call, you can find out how Herbal Virility Max can help you feel like a man again. For over a decade, Herbal Virility Max has helped guys just like you put a smile back on their face with improved performance and drive. Call today and ask about our buy one, get one free offer.
800-690-8445. 800-690-8445. 800-690-8445. That's 800-690-8445.
Downtown Ford Sacramento welcomes you. With literally acres of new and Ford certified pre-owned vehicles on site, you can start planning a road trip up into the snow now because Downtown Ford has the vehicles to get you there. And our top-notch service team will keep it running perfectly as long as you own it. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and fleet vehicles. Downtown Ford Sacramento. Open daily on Howe Avenue next to the How About Arden Shopping Center.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First, drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips. Because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Remember, always be generous with the nutmeg. Just eyeball it.
Okay.
Mom's wisdom has served you well, but now it may be your turn to guide her.
Hey, I'm worried about Mom. She keeps forgetting her famous sweet potato pie recipe.
Some things come with age, sis.
And some don't.
Knowing the early signs of Alzheimer's in a loved one will help you make the best decisions for your family. Visit 10signs.org to learn the signs. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
916-779-0929. We say hello to Rob in Anaheim. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Grant. I had to weigh in on this, and seeing everywhere on social media, I think what I really took exception to with what Westbrook was saying is like, oh yeah, you guys don't know me personally and all that. It's not, but it's not about knowing Westbrook as a player. And yeah, of course, I'm not going to be in the film sessions and everything. I feel like everything was fair game from what the media has been reporting because it's about basketball. That's where I have an issue with what Westbrook is saying. And like you said, I respect his career. I respect all that. But for him to be like, oh, you don't know me, you don't know we can only judge him off what he's doing on the basketball court. And I don't ever feel like the media, and you've mentioned this before, the Sacramento media, it's not New York media, it's not East Coast media. Like, it's all pretty fair game. And if anything, we're softer compared to most. So we're just comparing him as a basketball player. I don't like how he's taking it as personal attacks.
Yeah, and he's been playing terrible. He's getting worse as the season goes on. In the last 10 games, he's shooting 26% from three, 42% from line. He's turning the ball over 3 times a game with 4.5 assists. So, I mean, as the season's gone on, he's gotten worse.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. He said something also like, what did you guys expect for us to win, like, a championship? No, absolutely not. Like, that's such a high, like, if anything, maybe to be competitive at the beginning of the season, but when it wasn't going that way, for us to at least maybe develop the guys, and is it fair to say that, hey, you're hindering the development of some of the guys, whether that's on the coach, front office, or you as a player just chucking up threes? The other guys aren't developing. And then the other side to this too is, I want to protect the young guys. He said, they don't know better. We have a lot of young guys in the locker room. then why are they listening to so much of that noise then? Is that on the media, or is that on you to tell the players that? I know it's impossible in this day and age to not see what's on the internet, but like, isn't that where they have, as a locker room, need to come together? Like, and for Westbrook to see those things, you know, the media is important. Don't get me wrong, but why are we listening to so much of that if that's truly what's happening within the locker room, right?
I have nothing else to add other than it should be called the Sacramento Clown Show. That's what this team should be called this year, because that's what it is. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's a joke. And you know how many people I've run into? You know how many people I've run into just since the ticket renewals have come out that have told me they're done, they're not renewing their tickets? I mean, I'm like blown away. It's significant. I'm just amazed. Even today, I had another individual come up to me and say they're out. Said he's been a season ticket holder for 10 years. And then the other day, we had a season ticket holder that's been here from day one out. I had another season ticket holder that I had dinner with 2 nights ago. He's been a season ticket holder since the 80s. He's done. He's out. You know, and these are very high-profile, low-level seats. Hey, Rob, thank you.
You know, from your perspective. Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Ryan, what did you make of last night?
Couple things, Grant. The first is I'm going to quit asking you if we've hit rock bottom because it just keeps sinking and you keep saying no, but I thought you were spot on with a lot of what you said. It felt premeditated by Russ. For me to listen to him come in and say, as the leader of this team, the word leader is really the big word, because if you are truly the leader of this team, then you know it's best to step aside. You have 14 wins and 50 losses. If you're the leader and you're looking out for the long-term interest of the Kings, you know, Coach, I think we need to get Devin some minutes. I think we need to do this. We need to do that. And it's just such a gross miscalculation by this front office, because there is not any other team in the NBA, all 29 of them, that didn't sign Russ before training camp, that Russ would have walked into and been the leader of the locker room. You grossly miscalculated the ability of this organization and this coach to manage a player with that type of big personality and game to a degree.
All right, a couple of text messages. As Russ said, he is the leader of this team. Doug has allowed this. Embarrassing. Cut him, Perry. Another one. Russ thinks we're all delusional. He just needs to chill. 209. Grant, you and Ryan always talk highly about Westbrook, but to be honest, I have never seen it. I don't think he makes other players better. I always thought he was a bit of a punk, honestly. I definitely don't think he's a punk.
No.
And I don't think he makes players better. I think what Ryan and I are alluding to, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, we appreciate the way he approaches the game with his physical fitness and how hard he plays. I believe that's what I was talking about, nothing else.
Yes, and you can ask down the line with the Kings. They all love him in the locker room. He's a guy that you want to have on your side, but that doesn't always translate to the court in the style of play. Two things can be true at the same time.
Yep. Well said, Grant. A bunch of BS from Russ. This guy's really trying to make people feel bad for him, and he does take plays off, especially on defense.
He does.
Ole.
Yes.
Good point. Grant, you were spot on about Westbrook. Lots of empty seats at last night's game says it all. You couldn't pay me to attend the games anymore. From the owner to the coach, it's a disaster. That's from Tom. From the 858, DeRozan posted on Instagram supporting Westbrook's attack on the media. Was this immature by DeRozan? I didn't see it. I don't know if it's a burner account. I don't know if it's a fake account. So until I know whether it was a verified account, I'm not going to comment on it.
Nor am I going to, even if he did post something. DeMar DeRozan's played every game this season. Only King to play every game. He would have been better fit to step up to that podium. And rip into the media. And I guess to a degree, what bugs me as well is Russ didn't provide any specifics, right? So when he's asking or telling, I know what you said, and somebody says, one of my colleagues, well, what did I say? And Russ just goes around it. That is a very tricky place to be in. That is a play. Grant, how many times in your NBA career do the tables get turned on the media when a player is at the podium?
Not very often.
So you're almost trying to
rarely.
Yeah, you're on the fly trying to make sense of this, and there's an etiquette to this that a lot of people don't realize. You never want to step on a player, and quite frankly, had I been in the room last night, I wouldn't have engaged with Russ either, because you were not going to get a point across to him. He was not listening. He was talking over you. You've got the head of Kings PR right there in the corner of the room. If he can't tell me what I'm saying that's bothering him, what are you going to do, Grant?
You know what? I'm just speaking for me. I'm not speaking for you or any of the other reporters that were in that room. I would not allow a player to embarrass me in front of my peers, especially if I thought he was wrong. Now, if I thought he had me on something and I was right, I would probably bite my tongue. But if I knew that, he was off base and he's embarrassing me in front of the people that I work with and my peers, I wouldn't tolerate that. I wouldn't. But that's me. I'm not speaking for you. I'm not speaking for anybody else.
But everybody's version of not tolerating it can look different, right?
That's my point.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to fire right back at him and embarrass him. But it just was.
I can't remember the name of the individual, but somebody that was attacked then runs off and does a podcast. See, I don't like that. That's garbage. If you're going to, go ahead. You had your opportunity. He asked you, do it. Like, face him. If he's going to call you out and then you're going to, 10 minutes later be in front of a microphone talking about everything. No. You had your opportunity and you didn't take advantage of it. I don't like that.
All right. Fair enough. I just, for as much content is put out and the people that are credentialed, the work that they do, the hours they put in, it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what the player is talking about because, quite frankly, if you did listen to that podcast, it's almost everything we've been saying on this show about players not getting time because of the logjam and the style of play. I pointed out,
it's a joke.
Grant, before we even knew this happened, I pointed out on the show last night, I try to learn one new thing when I watch a Kings game every single time. And what I learned last night is Russell is never coming off of screens getting downhill. It's always a slow sidestep, surveying the floor. And that's the difference when a Malik Monk and a Devin Carter and those guys come in. They're using the screens and flying off of them, and the ball's moving.
This is the worst job of coaching, I believe, in the history of the NBA from when I started watching it. I really, and I believe that. I'm very careful with what I'm saying. I think that Doug Christie's job as a head coach has been an embarrassment. I think it is as bad as any job that's ever been done in the history of the league. And I also acknowledge that he's been dealt a bad hand. I acknowledge that. I mean, it happened in training camp with the injury to Keegan Murray, and the injuries kept on piling up. I get that. But there are so many other things that have happened this season which have illustrated to me that he is not worthy and should not be the head coach of this basketball team. And I would just tell you, as we sit here on the 6th of March, there is no way that he can be brought back after this season. There is absolutely no way that the Sacramento Kings can do that. And when they make that decision, they better bring in a coach that knows what he's doing, that's been through a mess in the past, that knows how to handle all aspects of a rebuilding, messy team. Okay? Because you're going to need that individual. That is the first thing that is going to have to be done after game 82. And if you remember what happened last year after the Kings lost to the Mavericks in the play-in, all hell broke loose, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Grant, that plan might be already in motion for all we know. If we're going by what the Kings did last year,
yeah, good point.
It's already happening.
Good point.
As Doug's employed. So let me go back to a question that I asked you before the season started. I said, if you're Doug Christie, are you happy about the Russell Westbrook signing? And you thought, yeah, chance to coach Russell Westbrook.
I
What
knew
do you
Doug
think-
was happy. I know Doug very
okay.
well. I knew exactly. Of course he was
So-
happy.
So today at 14-50, would you not want Russell Westbrook on this squad if you're Doug Christie?
Doug is very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. And Doug's unfortunately got tunnel vision and lives in a very tiny bubble. And I know Doug well enough to know that he was probably licking his chops when Scott Perry said we're going to sign Russell Westbrook and was very excited. And you've seen the, if I can use the word loyalty, that Doug has had to Westbrook to a point where you, me, Jerry Reynolds on our post-game shows over on YouTube are asking, what is going on here? Like, why is Russ playing so much? Why is he on the floor at the end of the games like this? We have been scratching our heads for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And yet, last night, again, you're running out of games, boys and girls, right? You're running out of games. Let's play Russ 34 minutes and not put Devin Carter in the game.
Exactly right.
I mean, it's a joke. I mean, it's an absolute joke. We got guys on 10-day contracts. We've got, but you don't want to play your first-round
Two-way
draft pick
players.
from last year. It's a joke.
Yep,
It's
yep.
an embarrassment.
I'm completely
It
with
is.
you.
And again, I hate to keep on bringing up Keon Ellis all the time, but that's another prime example. Because you, as a general, and again, I'm faulting Scott Perry for this. I'm not faulting Russell Westbrook. Russ doesn't substitute himself in and out of the game. Scott Perry is the reason why Keon Ellis is not on this team anymore.
Yep.
Not because he traded him to Cleveland, but because he put Keon in that situation by signing Dennis Schroeder and then signing Russell Westbrook. He basically cut the wrist of Keon Ellis. And you know what? I'm happy as heck for Ellis. You know why? He's on a good team and a good organization, and he's playing every night, big minutes, and he's playing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Keon's living it up right now.
Yep.
He gets to
And good
be-
for him.
Yeah, I am so.
And we knew it was going to happen. We told you it was going to happen before it happened. Did we not?
We did. And you know what's so funny about that is this whole thing started with Keon under Mike Brown. The national media
Yep.
said, oh, that's the reason that Mike got fired. So you could even take it a step further. Why was Scott Perry not trying to repair that relationship with Keon Ellis in the offseason?
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We'll take the time out. We'll get more on this. Certainly a very interesting topic on a team that is dismal, the worst in the league. That's next here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
The new year is here, a fresh opportunity to tell people about your products and services so they know who to spend their money with. Fox Sports Radio has a Mount Rushmore of sports talk talent. Patrick, Cowherd, Gottlieb, and Sacramento's own Grant Napier, and they have an audience you can take to the bank. This is Fox Sports General Manager Kurt Bagelman. Sports Talk listeners are a unique, target-rich group of consumers. They're employed, they earn six-figure incomes, 2/3 own their own homes, and they listen to the radio longer. Let me repeat that. They listen longer, so your commercial message has more opportunity to be heard. It costs nothing to learn how a good strategy and a great schedule could help your business. So call me, 916-779-0914. 916-779-0914. Radio gets results, and we are here to help. Call 916-779-0914.
You've been saying you're better attention to your home's honeydews. Check one off your list right now by calling Gabrud Services to schedule a 12-point inspection of your home's electrical system. The safe rule of thumb is every 5 years for an inspection. If it's been 5 years or more, call Gabrud's now. A qualified technician will provide a thorough inspection of the electrical system to ensure it's safe or alert you to potential problems. At Gabrud's, electrical work is all we do. We are the area's recognized experts for anything electrical, and our number one priority is ensuring your home and family are safe. You've been saying you'll pay better attention to your home. Stop saying it. Make the call to Gabrud's. Talk with a real person and schedule your 12-point inspection today. Gabrud's, locally owned for more than 30 years. Gubrud's.
Call the good dudes at Gabrud's. Gubrud's. Gabrud's.com.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now
to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country, and your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539.
Downtown Ford Sacramento welcomes you with literally acres of new and Ford certified pre-owned vehicles on site. You can start planning a road trip up into the snow now because Downtown Ford has the vehicles to get you there. And our top-notch service team will keep it running perfectly as long as you own it. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and fleet vehicles. Downtown Ford Sacramento. Open daily on Howe Avenue next to the How About Arden Shopping Center.
Are you SAC Alert? Have you signed up to receive emergency alerts via phone, text, email, or app? Well, what are you waiting for? Winter is coming, and that means there is potential for storms and flooding in our county. Don't get caught off guard or left in the cold. Get urgent storm evacuation and shelter information immediately sent directly to your device. Sign up today at sacramento-alert.org. Again, that's sacramento-alert.org. It's free, quick, and easy to do, and can literally be a lifesaver.
Hope you're on your way to a good weekend. We'll be out at the Capitol Beer Fest tomorrow, brought to you by Elk Grove Chevrolet. Come and see us. 916-779-0929. 916-779-0929. I don't know where rock bottom is, by the way, but I told you last week, and I'll tell you again, it's not. We haven't hit it yet.
I mean, what else could possibly?
Oh, just wait. Just wait.
An injury?
Just wait.
Are we talking beyond the season? Where,
yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right, that's
Yes.
fair enough. You're including the lottery.
Yes, absolutely. All right, again, 916-779-0929. Give me a call and we'll talk about this. Again, it's just, it was out of line. That was not needed last night after the game. It was just not needed. Period. You want to get upset, get upset. Don't take it out on the Sacramento media. It's a joke. It really is. Just, it's wrong. Flat out wrong. You're going to take it out on the national media, who's been exactly doing the same thing as the local media, or you're just going to keep it to the local media? Seriously. I mean, it's unbelievable to me that this is going on. That's what happened after the game last night. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a mess. I mean, what a mess. Could you imagine working for the Sacramento Kings front office right now, or the business side? Like, put yourself on the business side. You got ticket renewals out, the deadline's coming up, and you're getting people calling you and your ticket reps saying they're done. Right? They're saying you're done. They're done. And you're like, oh boy. And you're seeing the mess on the floor if you're on the business side. Incredible. Incredible. Do I think Scott Perry will resign if Vivek insists on bringing back Russell next year? I see a major power struggle between Perry and Vivek over Russ. Why would you say that? What makes you think you know who wanted Russell Westbrook? What makes you think that Scott Perry didn't want Russell Westbrook and didn't like him and didn't want him on the team? I mean, why do you think it was Vivek? I mean, it could be, but how do you know that? Why would you make a comment like that? Do you have proof of that? I mean, your text message, I'm sorry, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Javier, let's get to you in Vacaville. Hi, Javier.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, thanks.
So, respectfully, I disagree with what you're saying about Westbrook because, I see it completely different, and I hope you give me the grace to speak why. If Russell Westbrook says that to me or to any media member that I've questioned to say, when are we going to have somebody with the courage to challenge Russell Westbrook? Russell Westbrook was challenging Matt George when he went on his podcast and said 2 or 3 days ago that Russell Westbrook should not be in the Sacramento Kings next season and is the biggest detriment to their progression this season. If Matt George would have said that when he challenged him instead of went in the corner like a little church mouse and didn't say not a word and got all scared like he was a little boy, the 180-degree total totalitarianism, the total 180-degree flip of this right now would be totally different and giving major respect to Matt George. If you would have said, yes, Russell Westbrook, I truly believe that you are detriment to the Kings in every which in the biggest facet currently in present time, and you should not be a member of the Sacramento Kings future because that's what a man would do, and that's what somebody that's a part of the media would stand out. It wouldn't even be about Russell Westbrook shunning the media. It would be about, hey, that reporter Matt George or the podcast Matt George, etc., stood up for himself. Because you want to challenge Matt George or challenge Russell Westbrook, Matt George should have done that. Because if you were in there, I know you would have done that. Russell shouldn't have said that, but for Matt George to back down like, I can't do this. This is beneath me, or it's not. What did he say? I didn't think it was the best way to handle the situation. He called you out like a man. Now be a man. It isn't like you guys are going to sit there and go to blows and go to fisticuffs. But he called you out on what you said on the podcast 2 or 3 days ago, and you want to act like you didn't say it, and then he ran home and wanted to talk about it 45 minutes after the press conference was over. Don't sit there and say he didn't get specifics. Matt George knows what he's talking about because Matt George was saying, you, Russell Westbrook, are the biggest problem on this team in the organization. If he don't have the courage to stand on what he said, then you shouldn't be speaking wildly about
Well, first of all, I'm not going to speak for Matt because I didn't even know that. I'm just telling you, I'm not speaking for him because I didn't even know who it was directed at. What I am saying is, okay, I speak for Grant Napier. I don't speak for Ryan. I don't speak for Matt. I don't speak for the other reporters in there. I only speak for what I've been saying. And I am on record because the one great thing about my profession is everything is saved. I said before the first game of the year that the Kings should not have signed Russell Westbrook, that it did not make any sense. And I told you why it didn't make sense. And I have been saying that now from October to November to December, January, and now in March. I've been very consistent. I mean, and I'm sure Russell Westbrook knows who I am, and I'm sure he's heard that I've been saying that, and I don't give a damn because that's how I feel.
And that's perfectly fine. But again, unless you disagree, if you were in that media room, Mr. Napier, you would have told him how you think. And
I
what
sure
you
would have.
believe.
I would have. I would have, but that doesn't mean somebody else will do it. I'm not going to. I don't want to speak for somebody else.
If you're going to speak about a man or speak about somebody and they call you out on it, you need to be an adult and respond and react and defend yourself into what you are.
Fair enough.
Going to speak a word that's ridiculous.
Fair enough.
That's cowardly.
Fair enough.
And that is the ultimate problem, and that is what we call the culture of the Kings. You can't sit there and backdoor somebody on a podcast on the internet, be a thumb thug, an internet gangster, and then get away with it.
All right, but let me stop you for a minute. Let's say that you're 100% correct, just for sake of conversation. That has nothing to do with the Kings' record. That doesn't mean squat. That in the terms of the big picture, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it is going to affect how Russell plays. It doesn't affect how the team plays. It doesn't affect the fact that they have the worst record in the NBA. It doesn't take away wins. It doesn't add losses. It's irrelevant. It's fodder to have to talk about something else other than this pitiful team. But at the bottom line, Javier, it doesn't mean anything.
And this is all true. But when you go and respond back to that, then you can ask him a question again. If you don't believe what I'm saying is true, Russell,
then Javier,
then why are you guys 14-50?
Yeah.
Why are you having the worst record ever in Sacramento history?
Javier, I understand what you're saying, but go call Matt. Go take it up with him. I didn't say it. He said it.
He got enough people trying to talk to him right now.
Well, whatever. Whatever. But what I'm saying is, I'm speaking for Grant Napier. I'm not speaking for anybody else. And I hear what you've said. So is that it? You have anything else, or is that it?
I hope when Rhino goes back to the press, the media room rather, and puts in any sort of true question towards any of them, he can ask them, is this the King show we're going to see for the next 18 to 24 months? Because this is, like you said, cartoon character show.
Ryan
It's
has
nothing but clown work.
Ryan knows how to do his job. Thank you, and has no problem asking tough questions. So I'm not really worried about that. Mike in Galt. Hello, Mike.
Grant, how's it going?
Mike, I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm glad it's Friday.
All right. Cool. Okay, here's the deal. I cannot believe Russell Westbrook. I just can't. You know, he had a terrible game. Yes, fans. I still watch the game. Grant Napier wants to talk about fans quitting going to the game. I want to talk about fans not even watching the game on TV.
Yep.
Because they can't handle it.
Yep.
I still watch the game. I watched the game. He went to the hole like 20 times. He got blocked every single time. And now you want to come and attack the chill, NorCal, always nice to the Kings players media? What a clown. This is ridiculous. I mean, the
It's a
guy
bad
shows
move
up-
on his part. Bad move.
It is absolutely terrible. You've got to be kidding me. Like, this is the low of the low. No, I called the Grant Napier show. I said, hey, Grant, is losing to Utah by 30 the low of the low? You said no. I said, okay, I'll take that one. Is losing to the Hawks by 1 billion points and the fans are filing out at halftime? No, that wasn't the low of the low. I don't know what the low of the low is. It just keeps adding to the low of the low. And I said, you know, Grant Napier, he's always saying things about Russell Westbrook, but respects the player. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm a big fan of Doug Christie. Doug Christie, you need to step up to the plate and stop babying these players. I don't know what's going on in the locker room. We don't know. But I cannot believe he did that to the SAC media. I mean, I just can't believe it.
I know what's going
Like you
on in the
said,
Kings
this is-
locker room. The players are looking at their phone every day, and the first thing they do is they go to the calendar and they count down, okay, wow, okay, we're almost there. We're one day closer to getting out. We're one day closer to getting out. We're one day closer to getting out. That's exactly what they're doing.
Well, I got a question to ask you. Do you think he had such a bad game that he chose to take it
He
out?
didn't have a
on
bad
the
game.
chill?
He didn't have a bad game. He actually had a pretty good game. He had 19 points on 15 shots. He had 10 assists and only 2 turnovers. He didn't have a bad game. Why would you say that? He actually had a pretty good game last night.
Well, what I saw is he kept on going to the rack and getting blocked like almost every single time when he could have kicked it out, set up the offense. I don't know. I'm not a coach. I just watched him get blocked on repeat.
Yeah, but last night he didn't have a bad game. I can't fault him for last night.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the low of the low is going to be, Grant, but hopefully this is it because I don't know how much the fans can take.
Okay.
We're ready to hit the red
Yeah.
button. Thank you.
Have a good weekend. So my wingman over here is absolutely killing it with prize picks. Like, I mean, cha-ching. Cha-ching. And I'm like, dude, like, how are you doing this? And he sends me at the end of the night's activities his screenshot of what he picked. And I'm like, dude, we're going to talk about that next because I'm like, wow, that's coming up right here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
It's the All Things Legal Show, heard every Saturday morning from 8 to 9. Join your host, Craig Ashton, with an entertaining and eclectic view of all things legal. Saturday mornings from 8 to 9. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
We all want to look and feel our best. Sacramento Naturopathic Medical Center invites you to live your best life every day. There are simple, practical, and inexpensive changes that you can make in your life today that will elevate your life in so many incredible ways. If it feels time to hit that reset button and start living your best life now, Sacramento Naturopathic Medical Center invites you to schedule a free healthy aging consultation. Dr. Dennis Godby, an accomplished author and expert in the art of aging gracefully. As we age, things change. We might start to experience lower energy, changes in mood, brain fog, or just a lack of motivation. And for guys, the onset of middle age can mean a lower libido and oftentimes ED. These things can usually be safely and easily treated. Visit gettingbetternow.com today and schedule your free healthy aging consultation with Sacramento Naturopathic Medical Center, located in Midtown.
Listen up, guys. Are you experiencing any of the following? Fatigue, less drive, poor performance? If so, may be one of the nearly 30 million men in the U.S. today dealing with ED. But did you know you don't have to pay hundreds for a prescription anymore? And you don't have to deal with the hassle of seeing the doctor or the embarrassment of going to the pharmacy for a certain pill. Now, with one free call, you can find out how Herbal Virility Max can help you feel like a man again. For over a decade, Herbal Virility Max has helped guys just like you put a smile back on their face with improved performance and drive. Call today and ask about our buy one, get one free offer.
800-690-8445. 800-690-8445. 800-690-8445. That's 800-690-8445.
Homeowners, for any electrical project you need done, trust the good dudes at Gebrudes. Locally owned, 5-star service experts, always transparent prices and solutions. Say goodbye to your electrical issues. Call Gebrudes or visit Gebrudes.com. Gebrudes.
Just outside of Sacramento is a place where families build friendships that last a lifetime. The Golden State Shooting Center is a clay target shooting facility. It's the home of numerous local high school and youth sport shooting teams. Skeet and trap shooting is a safe, exhilarating sport. School team members can compete for numerous college scholarship opportunities. Teams are being formed now, and new members are welcome. Call the Golden State Shooting Center for details or visit them online at goldenstateshootingcenter.com.
The voice of Sacramento sports is back.
Hear Grant Napier every weekday beginning at 3 right here. KSAC 890 AM Olivehurst, K284 CM 104.7 FM Sacramento.
Hour number 2. We open the phone lines for you at 916-779-0929. In a moment, I'm going to talk more about that promotion in Atlanta next week for Magic City, because there was a story written in the New York Post that I think hits it right on the head. And you want to talk about somebody that's not afraid to speak their mind? Yeah, I'll read that next. Rhino, you're on fire with the prize picks, dude. What is going on?
You know, Grant, I lead a very different life. I'm a hoop head. I like watching basketball.
You sure do.
And watching trends and matchups. But yeah, it's been a good run.
Oh, no, it's been a great run. You're being very kind. You're being very, humble about that.
I appreciate that. I mean, you hit one too. So it's not too late to join me. I think we have now 14 or 15 picks in a row that have been correct. So
unbelievable.
That's been pretty fun. But join me on America's #1 daily sports fantasy site. That is Prize Picks. Super, super simple. All you do, choose more or less between 2 to 6 players on their stat projections, and you'll let your winnings light up the night for you. And it's also cool that you can build your own communities. Come join my community out there on Prize Picks, and they offer early cash outs as well if your lineup gets off to a good start. So do me a favor, download the Prize Picks app today using the code RYNO50, RYNO50, and you will get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's RYNO50, RYNO50, to get $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Tonight's Prize Picks, Grant, that I am rolling with. Not as crazy confident with this one, but I'm pretty sure that this one's gonna hit. So tonight I am going with Peyton Pritchard, more than 1.5 made 3-pointers. Sacramento's own at one time, Davian Mitchell, more than half of a 3-pointer made, so he's got to make one. Con Knipple, more than 2.5 made 3-pointers. And last but not least, Kevin Durant, more than 1.5 made threes.
Yeah, I like all those.
Come get paid with us on Prize Picks. Again, Rhino 50. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Yeah, congratulations, because you were off to a great start.
Thank you.
No, I mean, you really
appreciate
are.
it.
I'm like, wow. You send me the screenshots every night, and I'm like, I look at that, I'm like, wow.
You know, you got to find the nuances, and it's not analytics, but it's matchup based.
I love it.
It's cool because I'm not trying to toot Prize Picks horn too much, but you don't just have to bet on point totals and such.
Yep.
You know, you can bet on like the 3-pointers that we're taking tonight. So Rhino 50, download the Prize Picks app.
All right, so Phil Mushnick, who I love, I think he's the best in the country. He would laugh if he were in the media session in Sacramento last night. He wrote a story in yesterday's New York Post. The headline was, of course, Adam Silver is leaving his players to clean up the NBA's shameless strip club mess. This is what he wrote. The highly combustible, thinning line between woke and unconscious continues to leave us all lower. The NBA's 500 Hawks, meaning they're basically a 500 team, apparently desperate to sell anything, will celebrate Atlanta's cultural iconic institution, Magic City, before and during the Monday, March 16th home game versus the Magic. Magic City, a science center that's cultural and perhaps even iconic, a museum, a zoo, an art gallery? Nope, none of those. Magic City is an Atlanta strip club, a joint where women remove their clothing and gyrate their groins in sexually arousing demonstrations in exchange for money paid by men, often and preferably drunk. Nothing culturally enriching happens inside buildings fronted by bouncers. The Hawks have proudly pitched this promotion to include a performance by Atlanta rapper T.I. His vulgar N-word enriched lyrics would leave an NBA player fined and suspended by Commissioner Adam Silver, and a special hoodie available for purchase. Adult ticket holders to this NBA game, kids of course are more than welcomed, are left to figure out for themselves whether to bring $20 in singles for interactive participation. Why the Hawks are doing this and why the NBA and Silver are allowing it escapes the furthest borders of common sense and common decency. Phil writes, but our pandering commissioners, stewards of our games, Silver, Rob Manfred, and Roger Goodell, will allow anything to avoid the condemnations of dopes, fringe lunatics, and professional performers who have found fame and fortune in their backward-pointed anti-social acts. Yet someone, assuming the role of a desperately needed commissioner, stepped up and stood to be heard. His dissenting position was indisputable, and it came from within the NBA, Spurs center Luke Cornett. Risking condemnation from fools, Cornett courageously offered a rebuke of the NBA based on the NBA's own stated standards. Quote, regardless of how a woman finds her way into the adult entertainment industry, many in this space experience abuse, harassment, and violence to which they should never be subjected. We desire to provide an environment where fans of all ages can safely come and enjoy the game of basketball, and where we can celebrate the history and culture of communities in good conscience. The celebration of a strip club is not conduct aligned with that vision. Cornett is 33 years younger than Silver. Yet he took Silver, all commissioners for that matter, to school. And yes, courage is now demanded to publicly speak or write the most conspicuous, common, civilized sense. But it remains a modern phenomenon. You can't shame the shameless. So be the lucky winner of the halftime, half-court lap dance. The one and only Phil Mushnick. Of course, there's more to this story because you got the moron Draymond Green and his idiotic podcast where he disagreed with Luke Cornett and called the dancers at Magic City a true art form. That's right. Dancing naked, soliciting money from customers, a work of art. That's right. That's Draymond Green. Some things you just can't make up. Some things you just cannot make up. That is the moronic Draymond Green. And you know what? I'm okay if Draymond Green said that he wishes that Luke Cornett had a different opinion. I'm okay with all of that. Okay? I'm okay if he disagrees with me. I'm okay if he disagrees with Luke Cornett. I'm okay if he disagrees with all of us. But seriously? That's what you think about the dancers at the Magic City Strip Club, that it's an art? I'll read the quote for you. I got it right here. Unbelievable. He went on, it was on KMBR. It's actually an art. I don't know if you've ever been, but if you see it in person, it's actually a form of art.
I really hope the Olympics don't see Draymond's comments.
And why would that be?
I don't know. If it's a form of art, it might be considered for the, that would probably be Summer Olympics.
You know, I've been to strip clubs, and I've never really once thought, wow, what a work of art. That's wow, you know?
Yeah. Start of the article, Phil's right. Nothing really good happens in buildings with no windows outside of Romy's studio. You know, we're being honest. Sorry to anybody out there that's driving like the old Ford Astro vans that only have the front windows.
Oh, my
nothing
gosh.
in the back. Nothing ever good happens in those either.
Wow. I mean, Phil Mushnick's the best. Seriously.
He's pretty good.
He's nice. Great. Great. Just absolutely great. You know who's not great? The Sacramento Kings. That's it. That's something that's not great. You know what was not great? Russell Westbrook last night. That was not great. Somebody on the text line at 916-779-0929. Can you get the national media to show up in these games? Sometimes they do. It's not my job. Grant, Kings and travel segment combined. When an NBA season is this bad, do Kings players already have a vacation plan? Well, Olden Polynice last Wednesday said yes, they do. Yes, they do. From the 209, Grant, will you ever go back to being in the mix with the media sessions again? Peter from Galt. Absolutely 100% N-O. That would be a no. No. And then a no, and then on top of that, a no, and then another no, and then I'll cap it off with a no. And just in case you didn't hear me, no.
How about no?
Can't do it. Or we can go, in German. What is it? Nicht for no? I don't know how to say no in French.
Yeah. I think I know yes in different languages more than I know.
Yeah.
Isn't no pretty universal?
Yeah, I think most people would understand. I know in Thai it's my.
My.
Huh. Yeah. Said Draymond Green is an example of why they should put instructions on shampoo bottles. I don't really know how to comment on that other than to say, Bill in Citrus Heights. Hello, Bill.
Hey, Grant. Thanks for reading the article from Phil Mushnick. Great writer. Always has been.
He's the best. He's the best.
My question, what are the chances are with NIL that agents will tell their players come the draft, Tell the Kings you're not going.
Well, there's always a chance of agents using leverage to prevent a player from going to a certain franchise. But in the NBA, I don't ever recall a case of that working.
Well, but NIL puts a new twist on it.
That's true. It's a new phenomenon. So you're correct. I can't go by recent history because it is a new phenomenon. And by recent history, I'm really talking about, let's say, the turn of the century, 25. Let's just keep it at 25 years. You're right. It's a very small period of time where that has changed everything. So that's a very good job by you. You're spot on.
Anyway, I'm concerned about that. You know, once you had the kid from BYU say, well, maybe I'll stick around for another year.
He actually came out and said he's not sure. He said he talked to his mom about this, and he's not even sure he's going to enter the draft.
Well,
and the point is, he could probably make more money per year playing at BYU than he could at any team in the NBA.
Exactly. And I just wonder if the agents are going to, talk to the Kings, say, hey, don't draft him.
And he could, no, they won't do that. They won't do that. And then he could also get an insurance policy in case he had a career-ending injury that would also pay him millions and millions of dollars. So he's in a really good position.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks again. Always great to listen to your
Thank
show.
you.
And I know it's been a long week.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bill. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend.
And
you too. Bye-bye.
Don't forget about this. The NCAA has let multiple players who have played in the G League
That's correct.
re-enter college.
That's right.
So the rules might not be the same about declaring for the draft and then coming back to college.
Well, I have a question for you with your law background. And I don't know if you're going to be able to answer this or not, but I think you would be better suited to answer it than me.
All right.
From the 916, so I can write lap dances off on my taxes as supporting the arts.
You know, it really depends on your CPA. If they're comfortable going like 30 and 30 over in a 65, sure, you could probably do that. But
Okay.
the IRS has gotten much more strict on what can and cannot be written off. So, for instance, tickets for businesses cannot be written off anymore if you have season tickets. So you might want to check with your CPA there.
You would recommend checking with the professional, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I do not do taxes.
I have not been to Magic City, so I won't be putting that as an itemized deduction.
How would you itemize that?
Well, I don't know. I'm just going by what the individual said.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Art. You can't even write off art, I don't think.
I don't know.
You know what you probably could do is a donation.
Well, if you're donating money to the ladies dancing because it's an art form, that's a donation, correct?
Especially if her name's Charity.
Exactly. There you go. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
We think of everything here.
We've got you peppered.
March 16th. You want to go to Atlanta and partake? Are there any tickets left for that game on March 16th in the Atlanta?
Those tickets are going quick.
Wow.
Well, no, they're sold out, but they are
On the secondary market?
They are, well, not on the secondary market, but they're hot right now on the secondary market. Look, my big objection is the season ticket holders. If I'm a season ticket holder and I take my kids to all the games, that's a problem, right?
Well, the owner of Magic City said, hey, we're not going to be out there in bikinis and taking off our clothes. It's going to be a promotion where it's mostly involving their, I guess, famous chicken wings or whatever. I don't know.
Lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we're probably blowing this out of proportion somewhat.
To a degree. It's more of what's Magic City, Dad, right? And
I kind of feel bad now. I wish I had gone to Magic City. I was in Atlanta for 30 straight years. I never went to Magic City.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Interesting. Maybe
I never went there. I never went to Magic City.
There must be something about the wings. Seriously.
Well, I don't eat wings, so I wouldn't have gone for the wings. I don't eat wings. Nah,
why do you not eat wings?
It's just not worth it. I don't eat wings. That's like I don't eat snow crab. Give me the Alaskan king crab.
Oh my
Stop with the
gosh.
crabs. The Dungeness crab, if it's not like cut up for me and put on my crab cocktail, get out of here. Give me the Alaskan king crab leg, would you please?
Oh my gosh, you are getting shades and shades.
Hey, I'm just telling you, man.
Closer to Vlade.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm definitely not close to Vlade.
Getting closer.
I had at Bennett's today the steak cob. Vlade would not even be able to look at the food I was eating with all the greens on there and everything. No chance.
Might pass out. Yeah.
That is the best salad.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Medium rare
for
the steak.
I had medium. I just want to let you know I do medium, but it was just, I'm like, oh gosh.
Man.
Yeah. It's the way they serve it, it's an art form.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You eat with your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yes. It is an art form. It really is.
That is art. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I can deduct that. Well, let's see. It was a business lunch now that I think about it.
Yes, you could.
I actually can. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
You got it.
All right. Again, 916-779-0929. That's 916-779-0929. What do you think of Mush's column? I thought it was spot on. What do you think of Russell Westbrook? Out of line? You have a problem with what Russ did last night after the game? Let me know right here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
Listen up, guys. Are you experiencing any of the following? Fatigue, less drive, poor performance? If so, you may be one of the nearly 30 million men in the U.S. today dealing with ED. But did you know you don't have to pay hundreds for a prescription anymore? And you don't have to deal with the hassle of seeing the doctor or the embarrassment of going to the pharmacy for a certain pill. Now, with one free call, you can find out how Herbal Virility Max can help you feel like a man again. For over a decade, Herbal Virility Max has helped guys just like you put a smile back on their face with improved performance and drive. Call today and ask about our buy one, get one free offer.
800-690-8445. 800-690-8445. 800-690-8445. That's 800-690-8445.
Get the best. Bridgestone tires are engineered to keep your world moving, and that's what really matters. Now through March 31st, buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $80 back on a Bridgestone prepaid MasterCard. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. For the best selection in Bridgestone tires, get to Expert Tires and Brakes at 5810 Auburn Boulevard. Expert Tires and Brakes. Save big and get their 60-minute install guarantee. Expert Tires and Brakes, 5810 Auburn Boulevard. That's Expert Tires and Brakes.
Some call it overplanning, but at Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort, we call it foresight. Power outages are a part of life in California. Next time, be prepared by having a Generac home standby generator system professionally installed by Sierra Pacific. With a Generac generator system, you can rest easy knowing you'll always have power where and when you need it most. Generac generators are permanently installed, so when there's an outage, your system automatically kicks in to restore your home's power. And with Generac's Mobile Link remote monitoring system, you can check the status of your generator from anywhere at any time. So whenever the power goes out and your neighbors are lighting candles, you'll be ready to rock and roll. Generac. It's not just a generator, it's a power move. Available from Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort, your authorized Generac dealer. Online at SierraPacificHome.com.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Into the World Baseball Classic, the United States plays tonight against Brazil. Our local product, the great Logan Webb, on the hill for the U.S. Shohei Ohtani, if you had any doubts about, like, is he ever going to slow down? Grand Slam home run for Japan. The guy, would you put, it's probably a little early to do this because he doesn't have the hardware. So I'm going to ask the fans here at 916-779-0929 because, Shohei now has the back-to-back World Series and everything else. So, would you put Victor Wembanyama in the same category as Shohei Ohtani? If you look at the needle movers right now in the respective sports, okay? We know that Shohei Ohtani is that guy. Most consider him the best player in baseball. Are we there yet with Victor Wembanyama? Do you think that Victor Wembanyama is the Shohei Ohtani of baseball? Because nobody in baseball can do what Ohtani does. Nobody. Who can do what Wembanyama does in the NBA? Nobody. Nobody. So I think the answer to those questions, and that particular question, might be yes, that Victor Wembanyama in the NBA is the closest thing, the closest example to Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. And I'll tell you, I always talk about driving around, right? So I was in a car quite a bit today. And I'm listening to a lot of different national sports talk radio programs. And 90% of the talk is still on the NFL. And Monday becomes the tampering period. I don't understand that. Wednesday is the new year. And there's going to be a lot of movement. And Max Crosby probably at the top of the rumor list. But I don't hear a lot of talk about the World Baseball Classic on national sports radio. Very little. Now, maybe it's because USA has not played yet, and it's an NFL country, and I get all of that. Okay? I get all of that. That makes sense to me. Will tomorrow be different? Will tomorrow, in this country, will people be talking about tonight's game with the USA and Brazil? What do you think about that? 916-779-0929. Sacramento Republic tomorrow, right here. Our thanks to Kevin Nagel yesterday. I didn't see anything today on the work issues facing the USL player strike. All right. I talked about this with Kevin Nagel. And again, we're talking about this being a looming situation. There are a lot of games tomorrow. A lot of games. And the threat of a work stoppage is hanging over the negotiations at the collective bargaining agreement table. That is for sure. Now, again, if a new agreement cannot be reached, the Players Association the members have already voted to go on strike. I personally, without even knowing anything about the league, I think it would be a disaster for the league. I really do. I think it would be a disaster. I can't believe that is going to happen. I really can't. That would be terrible, especially here. This is, we talked about this with Kevin yesterday. This is a soccer-rich community. They love it. They love it. Boy, that would be a real bummer. But as of right now, there's nothing going on. So you're planning on going to the game tomorrow, you're all good. Let's hope you're all good tomorrow. I really mean that. I would hate to see that happen. I would hate to see that happen. All right, 916-779-0929. That's 916-779-0929. Hope that you're doing well. Hope you're on your way to a great weekend. Lots going on. Tomorrow, we're going to all be down at the Capitol Mall for the Sacramento Beer Fest. Thanks to Elk Grove Chevrolet. We'll be there. Come on, say hello. Can't wait. Going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. Be there from 11 to 3 at the grounds on Capitol Mall. Come say hello to us. Going to have cigars. There's going to be food trucks. Oh, yeah. Did I say beer? That too. And if you are going to go, drive responsibly. Make sure you have transportation lined up. If you are going to partake, be smart. Be smart. That's all we ask. 916-779-0929. That's 916-779-0929. Again, the United States and Brazil tonight, the World Baseball Classic. I'll tell you, when you look at the USA's lineup, wow. I mean, it is a wow lineup. Like a wow. That's a big-time lineup. Big-time lineup. Rhino, you have any interest in this game tonight or none? Would you say like very, very little interest in the game tonight with the United States and Brazil?
Very little.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If they were playing Japan, would you have interest?
100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Japan has a great baseball culture.
They
Look
do.
at all
It's
the
fabulous.
awesome players that have come out of there, most recently Shohei Ohtani. So, yeah, I would be all over
Listen,
that.
I don't mean to disparage Brazilians, but when I think of Brazil, I don't think baseball. I think soccer.
Yeah. You never know, though. There was the Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah, no,
in the
I understand.
Olympics.
I get that, which is still to this day one of the most bizarre examples of how does that happen in Jamaica.
Yeah, I know. That was a good movie, by the way. Did you ever watch that movie?
I did watch it. Yeah, it was great.
Good.
You ever been in? Oh no, you don't have a passport. You've never been to Jamaica.
Hey, should we give the update?
Yes, please do.
The application has been completed.
Really?
It has not been printed.
You got your photographs?
I have not got my photographs, but the application I have filled out and completed.
So you haven't gotten the photographs?
Nope.
How long did it take you to fill out the application?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah, it took about 30.
Really?
Yeah, because you got to go in and your parents' maiden names.
Yeah, I know.
birthdays.
You know what? I got you. So 30 minutes, so it's done. Now what do you have to do?
I have to make an appointment.
Okay.
Print out
Yep.
the application and bring my passport photo.
Where do you have to go to?
The closest one is a post office in Elk Grove.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
You live there.
I live there. So, yeah.
All right. I always thought you were going to say like a post office in Connecticut or something. So, okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But
Well, nothing makes sense anymore.
but there's all these different options now for the passport. It's like, oh, do you want the extra pages? Do you want to expedite it? So, yeah, I hope you took the under. I hope you took the under on that, people.
I took the over, actually, because I thought it was when you were going to have the passport in your hand.
It's not easy to get an appointment, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, when I looked at all the
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I looked at all the different places, there were no appointments available. Now,
Because a lot of people want to get out of here.
could be.
They want to go away.
First timers like me.
Yes.
Never having one.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, where do you think your first trip out of the country will be?
Probably Japan.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow.
Followed by Thailand.
All right, so you're going to go to Japan. Not a bad flight. Not that long. Good for you.
Yeah.
By the way, when I say not that long, I'm comparing it to the longest flight in the world. So you can get to Japan from San Francisco in 10 and change. That's,
that's
not
not
bad.
bad.
No, and on the way back, it's 8 hours.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
Yeah, I hear Japan's a little expensive. Awesome
It
time.
depends where you are. It's a beautiful country. Japanese people are great.
Mm-hmm.
It's just depends where you're at. Tokyo, yes, very expensive.
Yeah, I've been told by some in my household that they want to go there before, they die. So we need to make that happen.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. That's the top of their list. So
Japan's the top of the list, huh?
Top of the
Make
list.
sure you go on the bullet train.
I hear it's very clean.
It's all of Asia's transportation system is very clean. It's unlike anything you can even imagine.
Unlike you, we might be able to stay in one of those mini pods. You're too big to stay in one of those mini pods. those hotel rooms.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging.
But I'm a little claustrophobic, so I might not like that either.
Yeah. Well, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. So there's your update. Passport trending under or less than, I should say.
Well,
Trending
let's
less
see. He
than.
still doesn't have the photos. Still has to do that. Got to get the appointment. Got to get to the post office. Got to do all of that.
So I'm gonna share some news with you.
Yes.
If you're still waiting to place your bet, I stopped the other night to get my pictures, and they stopped doing them after 6 p.m. at the place that I stopped.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Do you have any idea who's televising the game tonight?
Fox Sports.
Oh.
Yes. Fox Sports.
Fox Sports 1 or just Fox Sports?
You know, on my phone, it said Fox Sports 1. When I looked on the direct
Actually, it can't be because they've got the Puerto Rico game on right now. It's only the 5th inning, so there's no way.
Okay. So when I looked at the TV guide, it is not the actual old TV guides. Those were awesome. But the direct TV guide, it's on Fox 40. So it's network.
Okay. All right. Do I get that in here?
We'll make sure you have it
All right.
one way or another. I got you.
Because, I'm such a big World Baseball Classic fan. I would not want to start my weekend without having that on in front of me. Although, the only reason, you want to know why I would watch the game?
Why?
Just to watch Logan Webb for a couple of innings, because I'm a big fan of his.
Good dude.
Yeah.
You knew he was at the Kings game last night? Kyler Murray.
I heard that he wasn't at the game. Did you see him at the game?
He was at the game.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. He's a free agent. Maybe he could probably start for the Kings.
Maybe.
I know we're talking about the quarterback, but he's a good athlete. I know one thing: he could bring the ball up the court faster than Russ.
100%. 100%. I wonder if San Francisco wouldn't be a good landing spot for him to rehab.
No way. He never get on the field, even with injuries.
That's my point. If Mac Jones ends up moving on in the Niners,
I don't see that happening.
Okay. What about Oakland to back up Mendoza?
No, I think. Okay. You know where I think he should go? I think he should go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's where I think he should go.
I don't know with KOC how well that would mix, though, because he really likes a drop back passer. He does.
I just think if he's trying to play, that's a good place for him to go.
Do you think it's best for him to try to play right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm asking. You've had the Sam Darnolds. You've had Mac Jones. Looks like the next one. Geno Smith. Where
he's 27. I think it's absolutely.
What do you think his salary is going to be? What do you think he's worth?
That's a great question. I'm not even sure. I really don't know. That's a fabulous question. I don't even know where. I wouldn't even have a ballpark estimate for you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's probably.
By the way, the people on the text line saying he was not at the game. It was someone that looked like him.
Well, I am just going by what the Kings broadcast because I stayed home because I was anchoring the postgame show.
The Kings what now?
The Kings broadcast put Kyler Murray on the screen.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They talked about it on the broadcast.
Oh, really? They did? They talked about it? They actually talked about it and put him on the screen?
They said Kyler Murray is in the house. Anybody that watched the game last night, back me up here.
Yeah, well, I'm getting all these messages that the broadcast was wrong, that it was not Kyler Murray.
Interesting. How does that happen?
You're asking the wrong person.
I mean, for Vivek, Celebrity Row is like the thing you have to have right, even if it's a D-lister.
Yeah.
You got to have it right.
Could have been an impersonator.
Who impersonates Kyler Murray?
Well, I don't know. I didn't watch the
impersonate.
telecast. I didn't see it. I'm getting messages that was not Kyler Murray.
Interesting. Did you see Dylan Brooks, by the way?
Yes, that he was possibly cited for DUI.
Yep.
Yeah. Not
good.
Was he holding on to the wheel with one hand or two hands? Because his one hand is broken. Did he? Because I would think that. I'm just curious.
Definitely not driving stick.
From the 916, I watched the game. The broadcast was wrong.
All right. I stand corrected. How embarrassing.
Nobody is watching, so it's probably not that embarrassing. You were the only one watching the game last night.
It's my job.
I understand. You know me, I don't watch the home feed. I watch the away feed. They could have had Quasimodo on there, and I wouldn't have known it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Like, I mean, come on.
Quasimodo.
Yeah.
Quasimodo. That was a deep pull.
Yeah. Well,
right. Good job by you.
916-779-0929. That's 779-0929. We'll get you up till 6 o'clock, and we'll replay hour number 1. I had a good rant to start off the show, huh? I was good.
Top 3.
Yeah, so
top 3.
You'll be able to hear a rant right off the top of the show. If you tuned in a little late today, that's going to be coming your way at 6 o'clock. That's right. Hey, DAS Mechanical. You hear me talk about them a lot. Great job by Nick Delancey, the owner, and the family, giving back a heating or air conditioning unit to a family in need, a veteran. So if you or somebody you know would be in that need for a heating or air conditioning unit, in that situation, all you need to do is go to dasmechanical.org and click on the 2026 HVAC nomination form. Take a moment. You can nominate yourself or nominate someone else, and they can have a heating or air conditioning unit installed by DAS Mechanical. DAS Mechanical, your HVAC service specialist, serving Sacramento and Placer Counties, family-owned. You can check everything out online at dasmechanical.org. Phone calls, text messages next right here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
Downtown Ford Sacramento welcomes you. With literally acres of new and Ford-certified pre-owned vehicles on site, you can start planning a road trip up into the snow now because Downtown Ford has the vehicles to get you there. And our top-notch service team will keep it running perfectly as long as you own it. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and fleet vehicles. Downtown Ford Sacramento. Open daily on Howe Avenue next to the How About Arden Shopping Center.
Are you SAC Alert? Have you signed up to receive emergency alerts via phone, text, email, or app? Well, what are you waiting for? Winter is coming, and that means there is potential for storms and flooding in our county. Don't get caught off guard or left in the cold. Get urgent storm evacuation and shelter information immediately sent directly to your device. Sign up today at sacramento-alert.org. Again, that's sacramento-alert.org. It's free, quick, and easy to do, and can literally be a lifesaver.
Welcome to Par 18 Golf, Northern California's premier TrackMan Golf Performance Center. If you love the game of golf, you're going to love Par 18 Golf. Par 18 Golf is where serious golfers go to elevate their game to an entirely new level. Par 18 Golf features Ultratech TrackMan practice bays. These are the very same golf simulator systems that PGA players use to perfect their game. TrackMan systems use Doppler radar and high-speed cameras that give you instant feedback on your swing. It analyzes distance, ball spin, face angle, and club path. It's how the world's very best players train. Open for both private and group events, with memberships, leagues, and coaching available. It's for serious golfers who demand more from their game. Located inside the historic Nimbus Winery in Rancho Cordova. Open every day by reservation, rain or shine, day or night. Visit par18golf.com today and experience the future of golf performance.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
You know, you heard the commercial for Par 18 golf. I went out there yesterday. Wow. Wow. I was blown away. So here's the deal, Rhino. Let's say you're going to play golf at Pebble Beach tomorrow or Sunday, and you look at the forecast, and they're expecting the winds to be gusting to 20 or 25 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You can go to this golf simulators. They have different private bays, and you can actually, on the golf simulator, add the wind.
Wow.
In whatever direction you want, to whatever speed you want at Par 18 golf. And I'm sitting there, so I'm like, okay, I want to see St. Andrews.
Yeah.
And they put up St. Andrews, and I'm going, wow. And then I go, how about the postage stamp, the Par 3 8th?
Yeah.
At Troon, one of my favorite holes in all of Scotland, and one of the famous Par 3s in the world. It's only 100 yards. And I was showing the guys the coffin bunker that I was in. But I was just like, wow, I really felt like I was standing at Troon. But can you imagine adjusting the wind if you know that you're getting ready to play around the golf somewhere and the winds are going to be there? I just thought that was a wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is technology that some of the best golfers in the world are practicing.
That's exactly what the best golfers in the world are using, that technology. That's 100% what they're using.
That's
amazing.
So you hit into the screen like most simulators?
Correct.
Okay.
Have you ever watched the pro golf that's going on with the simulators?
Yeah, the TGO.
Yeah, do you like that?
I don't mind
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's cool, but it's not cool enough for me to stick around for an entire round.
Okay.
You know, it would be cool to be there in person. I do think it's unique that they create their own holes on the TGL sometimes, where you're on like a cliff or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it could catch on.
Well, I went there to check it out at the Nimbus Winery yesterday afternoon. I'm like, I got to check this out. And I was just like, wow.
Did you get to swing a couple?
Well, they said I can come back. I had to get to another meeting, so I didn't actually play any of the holes, but they put on a couple of courses for me, and then I had to leave because I had another meeting to go to. But I was just like, I'll be back.
Go check it out, y'all. Especially a lot of people in this area very, very much into golf. A lot of Kings.
Oh my gosh,
into golf right now.
Yes. Hey, am I going to be able to watch Logan Webb at 5:00 in here or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, just checking.
I got you.
916-779-0929. That's 916-779-0929. And Aaron Judge, of course. See if he can hit one out of the yard. Brazil. I'll have to check who their starting pitcher is. I don't think I probably would have heard of the Brazilian pitcher. But you never know. You never know. All right, again, we're talking about the Kings and what happened last night after the game with Russell Westbrook. A lot of people have commented. A couple of people called, and certainly the text messages. And it seems like everyone is pretty much piling up on Russ, with the exception of Javier from, I think, Vacaville. And I get it. You know what? Hey, everyone has an opinion. That's fine. I just did not think that it was appropriate for Russ in this season. Like, what do you expect the media to do? Right? You're calling out the media? Don't call out the media. That's the least of your problems. I mean, you're the starting point guard on the worst team in the history of the Sacramento Kings. Call out yourself, okay? Don't call out the media. Do not call out the media. That's just not appropriate. Plain and simple. It's just not right. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It is not right. You got to be better than that. Kings, by the way, the longest losing streak at home in the history of the franchise. I can't count that high, Rhino. How many games is that now?
9 games.
Unbelievable.
Well, here's the other thing they might crack, theoretically, that franchise record losing streak again. It could happen. Their losing streak right now is at what? It's right around.
I think it's only 6 right now.
Is it only 6?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Because they won on the road on that last road trip. They beat Memphis, and then they beat
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so
That's
it's not
true.
that long.
Well, they still could. I mean, if they go on a nice little streak. Jason Tatum
Coming back tonight. Yep. Kings have lost. Actually, they've lost 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Yep. Yep. They've actually won 2 of their last 10. So we should really be organizing, along with Russell Westbrook and the hostile, volatile Sacramento media, we really should be organizing a parade through downtown Sacramento because they have won 2 of their last 10 games.
That's true. Oh my gosh, brutal. Tatum just went up for a dunk.
Yep.
And he got sprited. Do you know what that means?
Not really, no.
So he's going right down the middle of the lane. It's clearing out. He elevates, and he just gets hung.
Well, he didn't get hurt, right?
No, he did not.
Well, that's all that matters. By the way, in 9 minutes, he's 0 of 5 from the floor, and he's missed all 3 threes. He started.
That is surprising.
I'm shocked that he started.
That's super surprising, especially because he's on a minutes restriction.
I wonder if them getting blown out by Charlotte in their last game, they were like, you know what? We just lost to Charlotte, and they embarrassed us, so let's just do it.
That would be stupid.
I'm with you.
You're
I don't
taking
understand
one
it.
game. You had a bad game.
Yep. They're down to Dallas, 29-26.
Dallas in the midst of a road trip. Yeah, that's stupid if that affected your decision based off the sample size.
Do you have the game on in there, Tatum?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Did he look, when you just from your naked eye running around, does he look okay?
He looks good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Looked like nerves to me.
Okay.
It's a whole nother thing testing that out. It can be super secured. It can be all healed. But you know what's not healed? The mental part of it, the trust part of it. And that's going to take some time. Actually in an NBA game, not just in practice.
So Davion Mitchell took a 3 and made it. So
Boom!
So your prize picks, you already got 1 there.
Oh, yeah, we should check.
Dude, I'm checking for you, and I'm not even playing it. You're playing it, and I'm just like, I'm looking out for you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate
And
that, brother.
You, what did you pick with Con Knipple?
More than 2.5 made threes.
Well, he's got 2 already, and it's the second quarter.
So he'll hit.
Yep.
Then we
Reno, you're on fire. Although, I mean, I like it. What else you have? You have Kevin Durant. What else?
1.5 made threes
Okay.
for Durant. And I have Peyton Pritchard, I believe, 1.5 or 2.5 made threes. So that one's not looking good.
I think Pritchard, correct me if I'm wrong, was that 2.5?
Pritchard's at 1.5. So he'll hit. Pritchard's going to hit a couple threes. So we're pretty much home on. We're home on Mitchell. Con's 1 triple away in the second quarter. Need 2 triples from Peyton and 2 from Durant.
Okay. All right.
Code Rhino50. Get $50 of free play once you play $5 in lineups.
Okay.
Come get paid with us here on the Grant Napier Show.
42-41, Charlotte over Miami. Charlotte is 32-31. They're 16-3 in their last 19 games. How about that?
They are hitting their stride at the right time.
You know who I love watching play?
Huh.
And I never thought I would say this. I really like watching Brandon Miller play. That guy's
Really?
good.
He is good.
Yeah.
He can be very, I don't want to say streaky, but when he's on, watch out.
I'm looking at the game right now. He's got 16 points already in the second quarter with 6 minutes left. He's got 6 rebounds, 4 assists.
He's your prototypical throwback shooting guard.
Yeah, I like the way he plays.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Charlotte if they continue this streak in the postseason. I mean, they might not be an easy out.
No. And Kobe White, by the way, he makes that team so much better.
Gives him a great guy coming off the bench.
No doubt. No doubt. A guy that was only $14 million. Just saying.
So, by the way, I have a renewed respect for Kyler Murray that on a night off, he wouldn't waste his time going to a Kings-Pelicans game.
Well, it's super random. Like, why is Kyler Murray in Sacramento? That just doesn't seem right. Middle of the week. Have to be a football thing. It's not with the Niners. So, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. 916-779-0929. I got Grant's Rant coming up for you in a little bit. Hour number 1 will be replayed at 6 o'clock tomorrow. The Capitol Beer Fest at the Capitol Mall, courtesy of Elk Grove Chevrolet, will be down there. Looking forward to it. That is tomorrow at 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We'll be down there. Looking forward to it. Going to be fun. Going to have I was looking at the list of the food trucks. There's some great items down there.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really good
I'll
stuff.
tell you, won't be going hungry.
No, you will not. Or thirsty.
I'll have to make sure the boss brings the money in the credit cards for us,
Yes, absolutely. Do we get per diem?
Oh, I get per diem?
I said, do we get per diem?
I don't know. I'll have to ask.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
I hear there's going to be cigars. You going to have a cigar?
I might. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I enjoy a cigar once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an art form.
As long as it's not too humid.
It's an art form.
What do you mean it's an art form?
It's I'm not worried about the humidity tomorrow. I think you're going to be okay.
I will survive.
The weather tomorrow, by the way, if you're keeping score at home, Rhino, because I am concerned about you.
Thank you.
All right.
That's why you're a great partner.
Not a problem. Tomorrow, a high of 77. That's tomorrow. Humidity, Ryan, if you can handle this, is expected to be a whopping 45%.
45.
Yeah. Yep.
And how about the air quality?
I didn't look at the air quality because I already know it's going to be very good because all I got to do is look in the sky.
Yes. No,
and if I can see the blue sky and everything else, I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, it's all good.
Perfect day to come down to Capitol Mall and join us. We'll be hanging out, chop it up with us.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun. I really am. I am very much looking forward to that. So I really do. I hope everybody can come down and see us. All right. 916-779-0929. I've got Grant's Rant coming up in just a couple of moments. And then I have some bold predictions of the day that we'll get to in the next hour. The bold prediction. We had a couple yesterday, and we'll come with a couple of more today at 5 o'clock. NFL. I want to ask the question. Will Max Crosby be a member of the Raiders next week at this time? Will he be a member of the Raiders? Will they make a deal when the new season begins on Wednesday, which will enable the Raiders to really prepare for the upcoming NFL draft? You going with yes, Crosby's going to be on the Raiders, or no, Crosby will not be on the Raiders? What do you think about that? What side of the fence you on? I think he's gone. That's what I think. I think he's gone. Grant's Rant is coming up next right here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
You've been saying you're going to pay better attention to your home's honeydews. Check one off your list right now by calling Gabrude Services to schedule a 12-point inspection of your home's electrical system. The safe rule of thumb is every 5 years for an inspection. If it's been 5 years or more, call Gabrude's now. A qualified technician will provide a thorough inspection of the electrical system to ensure it's safe or alert you to potential problems. At Gabrude's, electrical work is all we do. We are the area's recognized experts for anything electrical, and our number one priority is ensuring ensuring your home and family are safe. You've been saying you'll pay better attention to your home. Stop saying it. Make the call to Gabroods. Talk with a real person and schedule your 12-point inspection today. Gabroods, locally owned for more than 30 years. G-U-B-R-U-D-S.
Call the good dudes at Gabroods. G-U-B-R-U-D-S. Gabroods.com.
All right, Kings fans, quick timeout with your guy Rhino from the Grant Napier Show. Like me, if you're already watching every Reno screen every month 3, you might as well make it more interesting with Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the largest daily fantasy sports site in America, and it's simple. You pick 2 to 6 players and choose whether they'll go more or less on their stat line. That's it. No salary caps, no revolving lineups. Tonight, maybe it's DeMar DeRozan. Points, more. Maybe it's Dylan Cardwell. Rebounds, also more. Maybe you fade somebody on the other side, like me. Pro football, hoops, elite college action. The action never stops with Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code RHINO50 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code RHINO, R-Y-N-O, 50 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. In pro sports, demanding a trade comes with an odd reality. In most walks of life, creating a scene slows progress. In the NBA and NFL, it often accelerates it. For instance, Kyrie Irving, he wanted out of Cleveland, later in Boston. Anthony Davis wanted out of New Orleans, and eventually both got what they wanted. But there are other paths. Giannis expressed frustration in Milwaukee, but never really pushed the situation into chaos. He's still there. Teams operate logically. If the return is not worth the talent and the player is not disrupting the locker room, why rush? That creates a strange dilemma for stars like A.J. Brown in Philadelphia and Max Crosby with the Raiders. Their desire for a change of scenery has been widely reported. The interest around the league is real, but neither has made life uncomfortable for their current team. Ironically, professionalism can slow the process because in today's trade market, unfortunately, the nice guy is often left behind. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. 2 words, prostate exam. Relax. Screening starts with a simple finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or over and have a prostate, visit relaxitsabloodtest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and the next steps. Sponsored by Novartis. Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it really easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of General tires. Go to TireRack.com/Dan to see their General tire test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying.
Tell your friends. Grant's back. Grant Napier is back on the Sacramento airwaves right here. KSAC 890 AM Olivehurst. K284CM 104.7 FM Sacramento.
It's time for Grant.
All right, get me to the weekend there, wingman.
All right, Grant, it seems like a day, no, let's say a week, can't go by without hearing that another athlete has had a traffic violation or a DUI. Grant, you know better than anyone the resources at the disposal of these athletes besides Uber and Lyft and all those other things. The teams, 24/7, we will give you a ride. Just call us. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. And yeah, you got to throw Britney Spears in there as well. Second option is, Grant, there's nothing worse than going to an establishment and ordering a cold beer and watching the bartender pour it into a room temperature glass. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, it has happened to me.
It stinks. It really stinks.
That bothers you, huh?
It just ruins the beverage, any beverage. Last but not least, not too long ago, we were out at dinner and you've got the group of friends where it's like, oh, I'll get this one. And your friend will get the next one. And you just do it that way. But then sometimes you go out and everybody wants to split the check. But the problem is sometimes people order food to go. Sometimes people had 3 cocktails. I should not be paying more than my fair share amount.
Totally agree.
For the check.
I totally agree. Listen, I'm all for splitting the check and doing all of that. But I go out with some friends and their check's 10 times more than mine, right? So I'm with you 100% on that. I want to get back to Dylan Brooks. I mean, give me a break. So he's arrested early this morning on suspicion of driving under the influence in Scottsdale. Officers that pulled Brooks over at roughly, as they said, 1 a.m. He was subsequently arrested, taken to jail, and released around 3:30 in the morning. Now, I was just in Phoenix last weekend, and it's funny that, well, I shouldn't say funny, that's the wrong adjective, but we were talking about they have zero tolerance in that state. So I wonder what this is going to mean for Dylan Brooks. But I'm with you 100%. Like, why? Every single athlete has a card in their wallet and on their phone that they can call, and they can get a ride 24/7 in a very short period of time. Okay, it is set up. They know about it. It's not like they don't know, but it's always like, well, I'm not going to get caught, or hey, I'm only driving 2 miles, or why put yourself in that position? Why put yourself in that position? And again, this is a guy that's not even playing. He's got a fractured left hand was suffered, back in the 20th or 21st of February. And he's not even going to return until near the end of the regular season, and now he's got to deal with this. I'm with you. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I know he's human, not expecting him to be perfect, but as a professional athlete, and you're drinking and then driving, you know what? I don't feel sorry for you. I'm just grateful, and I don't know what his level of influence was. I'm just grateful that nobody got injured, because unfortunately, people lose their lives every day.
Yep.
By people driving a motor vehicle that are impaired. So be thankful for that. But do I feel sorry for Dylan Brooks? Absolutely not. Not at all, Ryan. Not at all.
So more on this zero tolerance. Is it a mandatory?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But I remember we were speaking with a bunch of guys at this club, and 3 of them had golf carts.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? They said, yeah, they get around in golf carts. And I said, I'm just curious. And they didn't even let me finish my sentence. They go, yeah, we could get driving under the influence in a golf cart if we're on the road.
Of course.
So, yeah, because one guy actually had his wife walk over from her house, and she drove the golf cart home because he had been drinking some beer.
I don't know if this still happens, but in Davis, you can get BUIs.
A what?
Back in the day, you could get a BUI.
What's that?
Biking under the influence.
Is that right?
Yeah. Some campuses in college cities.
Is that right? Come on.
Yeah, because if you're a campus that is heavy bike traffic.
And that's Davis.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Might be different now, but all the time that I spent there with my buddy that played football there, that was the thing.
You have to wear a helmet?
Probably. I think it's state law. Maybe it's a
really?
State law.
A state law?
It is a state law if you're a minor, I believe.
Oh.
Yes. Unless that was
I was not aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I was not aware of that. Not aware of that. You were all for that?
Having to wear a helmet if you're a minor? Yeah, why not?
I'm just asking.
Your brain's still growing.
It sure is. Mine stopped growing a long, long, long time ago.
Yours stopped growing when you got whacked over the head with that lacrosse
Yeah, I was
stick.
18. Al Martin. Yep. Al Martin.
That just makes me cringe when you tell that story.
I almost passed out. But I wanted to be tough. I didn't even let him know it fazed me. Yep. My heart says no. My head says yes. Longtime Raider fan, painful fandom. I'm with you. I think he's going to be gone. And that's going to be one of the real true, I guess, icons of his generation, this generation, for the Raiders. Max Crosby. He is Mr. Raider. He is the face of the franchise. Like when you think of the Raiders right now, what do you think of? Max Crosby, right? Max Crosby. I guess I'm not getting the game on in here, huh? We don't have it? But seriously, I really mean that. If I'm thinking Max Crosby, I'm thinking, wow, Raiders, silver and black. I can't imagine Max Crosby not being on that team, but I think Max is fine with it. I really do. I think Max is absolutely fine with not being on the Raiders. Will he be torn? Yes. But I think if he goes to a winning team, a really good team, then yes, I really believe that Max Crosby will be very content if he's playing football in the middle or the end of January and into February. Said, does Prize Picks do racing? Okay. Now, that's a heck of a question. That's a heck of a question. I don't know if I should put my buddy, my wingman, on the spot with that text message. Lynn, of course, you know Lynn. He's got Indy on the brain. He wants to know if Prize Picks, they do racing picks.
I think they do, Lynn.
Okay.
I'll double check, but I think they do.
All right. By the way, there is an F1 race this weekend down under in Australia. It's the first one of the year, and it's going to be very interesting to see if their schedule is disrupted this year because they have to go to Bahrain and I think Saudi Arabia in the next couple of weeks. Now, I think if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's going to go on based on air traffic that I'm looking at right now on my flight radar app in that region of the world. So I'm just, again, could something happen that would change that? Absolutely. Of course it could. But I'm looking at that region of the world right now, and I'm looking at the amount of airplanes, which there were no planes over the UAE, really, that were going into Abu Dhabi. Now it looks like they're everywhere. So air traffic is back to normal over the UAE, both into Abu Dhabi and, wow, Dubai airport is packed. There are planes going everywhere.
But that raises a good question. There's a difference between planes going in and out and holding a big event with a lot of people in one spot.
Well, but what it means is the volatility in the region. If you're having planes, I don't see any planes going in and out of Abu Dhabi. Only Dubai. Abu Dhabi looks like nothing. So maybe Abu Dhabi is still closed. I don't see any Etihad aircrafts in the air, only Emirates. So, yeah, it looks like it's only Dubai and not Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's got nothing going on right now, not even a plane anywhere. Wow. I'm very surprised by that. Yeah, nothing going into Abu Dhabi. Let me see Qatar. Nope. Only Dubai, nothing in Qatar. So maybe not. So Bahrain is really close to Qatar, and that's supposed to be the big race there. Maybe not. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, maybe not. Maybe not. Wow.
Is it one of the bigger races on the circuit?
Every race is a big race on the circuit. There are no races that aren't one of the biggest races on the circuit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Again, 916-779-0929. That's 916-779-0929. By the way, Brazil's got a Japanese pitcher starting for him. I didn't know if you were aware of that. They have a Japanese pitcher. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he's pitching for Brazil, but yeah. I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Theoretically, you could be a Japanese citizen in Brazil
that was
pregnant, and you have the baby there. And there you go.
Well, what did we see in the Olympics this year with the female skier?
Yeah.
Who was representing China.
That's right. And there were questions. I received a couple questions if Dave Roberts was going to coach the Japanese team. So you never know.
That would be weird, huh?
Why?
I'm just saying, that would be a little odd.
I don't think so.
All right. So anyway, the USA and Brazil are playing in the World Baseball Classic. And
oh, he looks like he has some Brazilian in him, Napes.
yeah, okay. All right.
I'm looking at him.
Didn't get a good look. All right, again, 916-779-0929. That's 916-779-0929. Remember, come down to the Capitol Beer Fest tomorrow at the Capitol Mall. Sponsored by Elk Grove Chevrolet. We'll be down there tomorrow from 11 to 3. 12 to 3 is the main attraction, VIP at 11 o'clock. Rhino, you're a VIP in my eye. That's why I'm saying 11 o'clock.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an extra VIP because we got to be there at 10. I'm going to be there at 10.
Yeah. I'll be there at 10 too.
Yeah.
Got to get set up. Got to relax. Got to make sure that we get a parking place wherever. So, yeah, I'll be there at 10. So we'll be down there for a long time. Absolutely. 916-779-0929. Said, Ryan, food tents at the Beer Fest? No, food trucks. Okay? The food trucks, not the tents. The trucks. Now, we will have a tent, the Fox Sports Sacramento tent, but no, we're talking about the food trucks. The food trucks. All right. Speaking of Lynn, he is on right now on Fox Sports Sacramento. What's up, Lynn?
Grant, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
You know, the funny thing with the Spurs this year, they have the unprotected pick of the Atlanta Hawks.
That's right.
I'm hoping they don't get into the playoffs and stay in that playing game, because it'd be funny if they do like a Dallas with them.
Oh, my
probably
gosh.
make a lot of NBA fans mad if they get a number one pick with all those young kids they got there now. That would be like totally crazy. But the big question is, can they, with this group here in San Antonio, do the same thing they did with the Big Three, where all these players stay there and took less money to be able to play together? That is going to be the big question to see if that ever will be done again.
You know, I don't think it matters. I think as long as they have Victor Wembanyama, they'll be fine. I really, because they'll always,
right.
you know why? Because you'll always have the lesser, what I mean lesser, the veterans that aren't going to demand that kind of money, that will take less money to go from an existing team to play in San Antonio. So I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Yeah, we saw that a lot with the Big Three, with Ori and all those other players that went over there.
Yep.
Quick comment on the F1. Those races in Saudi Arabia in that area are not until like April. So
yeah, I know, but
is
that's
a
not
little
that.
bit
That's
of
not that
time.
long away.
No, I mean, we're already, in March already? It's like, as you get older, man, these years just go by quicker. It's like, man, when you're like in 6th grade, it's like you're in school all day long. And then you get out of high school, and where do these years go? That's what I'm thinking. And so that's all I got to say. Anything, did you get the Apple? You decided to
No,
buy the
I
Apple Watch?
you know what? I'm not going to be able to watch it this weekend. I'm literally got stuff going on all weekend, so I'm not even going to have a chance to watch it. I'll watch the replay during the week. I'll figure it out.
So how's that new season of the Drive to Survive? I haven't got into that yet.
Yeah, I've only watched the
you enjoy
opening.
that?
I only watched the opening episode, which was on the rookies from last year. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to, partake and watch more of it. I will next week if I have some time. But I love it. I'm a big fan of it.
And I got one for you today on IndyCar. You know who Mick Schumacher is, right?
Of course.
So he's driving for Ray Hall Letterman this year over in the IndyCar series.
Yep.
And actually it was his first oval qualifying today, and he put it at number 4 behind the 2 Penske's, which are always good on it, and his teammate Graham Rahal. So I was so impressed to see Mick on his first oval qualifying to get 4th place. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does in there. I mean, there's a few F1 drivers in that series now, because it seems like a lot of F1 drivers have nowhere to go, and now they're starting to come over here into America and get into this IndyCar series now.
Well,
I don't know if you noticed
the
that
reason
today.
for that is a lot of the F1 drivers, the younger drivers, have very quick hooks. They don't give them a lot of time once they make it to the F1. I mean, you saw it last year with, Duhan, I believe it was his name. He got, axed after 2 races.
And you probably remember the name Marcus Ericsson. He was on Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
He got over here and ran with Chip Ganassi, and he won the Indy 500 back in 22.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of young drivers that are in F2 that are coming over here now. One of the rookies this year who won the NXT series, the series below the IndyCar, was an F2 driver, Red Bull driver,
Okay.
Auger from Norway, and he's in IndyCar. So it's so strange to see how many of those drivers are in this series now.
There's Judge to drive
dating
deep
now
to
series.
left. It may go way back 2-0 Team USA. Oh, boy. I'm sorry,
See,
Lynn.
Grant, you are excited. See, Grant, you are excited baseball because your Yankee guy just hit that 2 home run. You know what I'm saying? But I guess you must like baseball a little bit.
You know, I watch Team USA play. I'm good patriotism. What the heck? I got nothing else to do. I'll watch it.
And you know, you guys are right when you're talking about baseball. This is going to probably be the last year for a while. They need to figure out what they're going to do with the teams like the Dodgers, because what they did in the offseason was unbelievable. To have that many people, that's not fair. I mean, if you're the Giants, how can you even play against that?
Yep, I'm with you.
That's just my take on baseball. See you, Grant. Have a good day tomorrow at the Beer Fest.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
your
it.
show as always.
All right, take care, buddy. Hey, I want to tell you about Village Financial Group and their phenomenal service if you're in the market in 2026 to purchase a home, buy a home, sell a home equity line of credit. Village Financial Group will be there for you with Spencer, and it's kind of like a boutique shop. White glove service, I think, is the best way to describe what they do. Taking you from the start line to the finish line, and Spence has access to private money. He specializes in that, and that will really help expedite your loan. That's Village Financial Group and Spencer. Give him a call or text Spence at 916-805-4868. That's 916-805-4868. A lot of experience, Village Financial Group. Spence opened up that family-owned business in 2000, and he's got over 30 years in the mortgage brokerage experience. That's Spence, 916-805-4868. It makes sense to call Spence at 916-805-4868. Village Financial Group, looking out for your best interest. More to come right here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
There's a great American pastime that the entire family can enjoy together, located right outside of Sacramento. The Golden State Shooting Center welcomes you. The Golden State Shooting Center is an 80-acre clay target shooting facility. It's the home of numerous youth sport shooting teams from the region. Over 1,000 high school students from Northern California are on sports shooting teams, and 10 of the Western United States' top shooting teams train at Golden State Shooting Center. New members are being accepted now. For details, visit goldenstateshootingcenter.com.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539.
Get the best. Bridgestone tires are engineered to keep your world moving, and that's what really matters. Now through March 31st, buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $80 back on a Bridgestone prepaid MasterCard. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. For the best selection in Bridgestone tires, get to Expert Tires and Brakes at 5810 Auburn Boulevard. Expert Tires and Brakes. Save big and get their 60-minute install guarantee. Expert Tires and Brakes, 5810 Auburn Boulevard. That's Expert Tires and Brakes.
with you, taking you up till 6 o'clock. 2 on, 1 out. This game's over already. I don't even know why. They ought to call the game off. It's already done.
Why am I not surprised they're playing in Houston?
I know. They're playing in Houston.
Think Sean's there?
That's a great question. Sean Salisbury might be there. He loves baseball.
He was so excited.
I know.
for
He
the
loves
WBC.
it. Yeah, he might be there. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't know they were playing in Houston either until I turned the TV on.
It's incredible, the coordination, because these games aren't being played all in one country or one spot.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty amazing. Yeah. It's kind of like the World Cup.
I mean, in a way, it's baseball around the clock. Think about what time Japan played today, Napes.
Yeah, I know. It is. You know what? It is baseball around the clock. It's, it's actually good for the sport. It really is. It's better than the boring spring training.
I wonder if it's going to help some of these guys, because they're going to hit the first day.
Oh, I think
opening
it helps.
day running, right?
I think it helps. Yeah, absolutely. Now, here's the big question. Your Major League Baseball pitchers, how many pitches are they going to throw? How many innings are they going to go?
Right. You know what would be funny is if America does not do what MLB does with the pitchers right now. Like if you run a starter out there and let them pitch 7-8 innings, which I doubt they will because of the upcoming season. But what if America plays a completely different style in this tournament than what we see in Major League Baseball?
What do you mean by a different style? You mean like moving runners over,
100%.
bunting, things like that? No, they're not. They're going to play the way they play.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to ask players to do something different than what they normally do that they're not as good at? I don't think so.
Do we even know who's the favorite in this tournament? Is it America?
I don't know the answer to that, but I believe it is based on their lineup. I mean, their lineup is scary. Scary.
If you had over half of a home run for Aaron Judge on Prize Picks, you would have just won.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh's batting 6th in this lineup.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, think about it. He's batting 6th in this lineup. Right? 6th.
He's got so much power. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's batting 6th. Can you imagine having him bat 6 in your lineup?
The Dodgers can.
Huh?
The Dodgers could.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the lineup, and I would think they probably are the favorites. And it was interesting. I heard Aaron Judge earlier this week and some of the other players talking about watching the United States men's and women's hockey teams and seeing the reaction in this country and how they were put on a pedestal has kind of fueled them a little bit.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I thought it was very interesting.
You won't, I doubt you see the same patriotism.
No, you won't, because there's not a lot of people watching this, relatively speaking, to watching the gold medal Olympics. Now, I would say this: if Team USA gets in the last game against Japan like last year, then I think it would be very, very large.
Yeah. How often do they play the WBC?
I don't know. I'm really not into it.
It's so funny. We don't have the answers to the question.
I don't even follow this. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not even. This guy shouldn't be on the team. I don't even know why he's on the team.
Who's this guy?
This guy's Anthony from the team north of New York. I don't know why he's on the team.
Oh, got it. The team north of New York.
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
That team that you toured the locker room?
It's not acceptable.
of?
It's just, you know what? I have a problem with it. It's not right.
Because he plays for a team north of...
It's not right. Shouldn't be on the squad. I mean, it's not right. Get him out. Get him out. You don't need him on there. Don't need him.
There's your bold take.
I do
for
have
the
some
day.
bold predictions in the final segment. That's not one of them. Celts do lead 58-53 in the, how about this? Right? We talk about Jason Tatum coming back tonight. By the way, congratulations to him. That's going to be a thrill for him to come back based on everything he's been through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty remarkable.
It's huge.
And he ended up 2 of 8 in 14 minutes. So he played 14 minutes in the first half, Ryan, 1 of 4 from downtown. But get a load of this. He had 5 assists and 5 rebounds.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yes.
The rest will come along. Now it becomes, assuming he doesn't play in the second half, How do you feel tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. The Hornets are leading the Miami Heat 69-66. Davion Mitchell has already gone cha-ching for Rhino. And Con Knipple still at 2 or 3. You need one more, right?
We need one more.
All right. Well, he hasn't taken another one yet, but he will.
I was going to say it's a little weird because I looked in the app,
Yeah.
and usually it'll say what point of the game it is. I'm wondering, is he in the game right now?
I don't know.
He might have got pulled out. Maybe had a little injury.
Durant has not made a basket in 9 minutes. You need him to make a 3 or 2 threes, right?
Plenty of basketball left for him.
Okay, I'm just saying,
Second night of a back-to-back, I think, for them. Yes, it is.
All right. So what did you want to know about Con Knipple? I'll tell you right now. You want to know if he's in the game? Okay, I got it right here. You see, now you're like, you're nervous. All right.
I'm not nervous.
No, he's in the game right now. He's playing.
Okay.
He's
good.
on the floor.
Yeah.
He's got 10 points, 4 or 5. And you think he's going to be the rookie of the year, yes? So that's my bold prediction right now on February 6th, 2026. Is it going to be Con Knipple or Cooper Flagg, the rookie of the year?
It's going to be Con Knipple.
Unanimous?
No, will not be unanimous.
You think it's going to be close?
That's a great question. It has to be close. Don't you think?
All right. Another bold prediction. We talked about this the other day, but the Sacramento Kings and the critical Russell Westbrook, it's the media's fault now. They are looking at a record. I'm talking about the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
That has 14 wins and 50 losses. Will they get 3 more wins this year to equal the worst season in Sacramento Kings history?
I think they will. I think they will tie it.
Okay. Here's my other bold prediction. Barring an injury, is Devin Carter going to play anymore this year?
I'm going to say yes. Maybe there's something we don't know about last night. Maybe late he started not feeling well. He tweaked something in pregame because he wasn't on the injury report. Yeah, you will see Devin Carter.
Okay.
I don't see how you sit him out. You got to play.
Same way you sat out Keon Ellis. Same way you sat out Malik Monk.
Different situations, though. Proven commodities, in my opinion, with Keon and Malik. Devin is far from that. And Doug, it's so funny. I wish sometimes Doug would just go back and listen to himself in some of these press conferences about, he said it about Neek last night, in fact, and Max. He said, there's a big difference once you start getting the minutes in that experience. You can't get that experience without the minutes, and they're getting minutes. And I'm thinking, okay, the same applies to Devin Carter. Another home run, by the way.
Lucas Ramirez on the second pitch of the game off Logan Webb, to the delight of the Brazilian fans in right field in Houston. Second pitch of the game, line drive home run to right center. How about that?
Okay, bold prediction. If Brazil knocks off USA tonight, does that completely take the excitement out of this tournament?
If Brazil knocks off the USA, I may have a special show tomorrow where I can do a 3-hour rant. Okay? I'll do a 3-hour show from the Capitol Beer Fest, right? We'll break into our national programming for me to do a 3-hour rant. Okay?
All right. I'm going to hold you to that. By the way, he went down low to get that.
Yes, he did. Yes. Launch angle.
Yeah, somebody's going to be putting that out on X here in a second.
Oh, it'll be up there in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So that leads cut in half on the second pitch of the game. Lucas Ramirez from Brazil.
I mean, if you're Logan Webb, how do you feel about that?
How do you feel about it? You're like embarrassed. Well, you're not embarrassed. That's not true. What do you mean, how do you feel about it?
From a confidence standpoint, 'cause it's not like he hung a pitch out there.
Well, you have to sometimes give credit to the batter that they just put a good swing on the ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He wedged that thing. to right field.
Yeah. I love Logan Webb, and it's family man, local player, excellent pitcher, all-star. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of his.
Speaking of Logan, when are the Giants going to be relevant again?
When the Dodgers get out of the division.
Okay, so what's your strategy if you're the Giants then? You're just not going to spend money?
You know what? You tell me, how could you possibly compete with the Dodgers payroll? Just help me out with that.
You can't, but I think you also have a duty to meet that in the middle, understanding you can't compete with it, but also putting out a competitive product, not saying that they're not doing that. You can't go into full savings mode, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at.
No, and they're not.
Yeah.
They have not been in full savings mode.
No.
But I mean, does Shohei Ohtani play for the Dodgers? And everyone else on that team is basically an all-star? And their pitching staff is one of the deepest in recent history? I mean, how do you beat them?
Yeah. Okay. I have a bold prediction for you. Will Shohei Ohtani ever be a Yankee?
No.
Okay.
No. I have a question for you. Will Shohei Ohtani ever be a member of the Seattle Mariners?
Ooh.
And follow the footsteps of Ichiro after his days with the Dodgers?
I don't think so, because Ichiro, no, he played other places after
Yeah, he did.
Seattle.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe, okay, maybe. I'm going to say no, but with the door slightly open.
All right, well, there you have it. A couple of bold predictions. I was going to give you one here coming up after. Well, I already gave you the one on the Kings. 2 outs, bottom of the first, and a 2-1. How about the hair? Are you watching Dante Bichette? Look at Dante Bichette. Are you? I thought it was Halloween when he walked up to the plate.
My goodness.
Bright green, bright lime hair. Bright. What color? That's not even green. That's like a lime green.
That is literally Joker green hair.
I mean, what on earth? What is that all about?
Grant, baseball players are different creatures. Let's just put it that way.
I didn't know Dante Bichette is Brazilian. Did you know Dante Bichette's Brazilian?
I did not.
I did not know that either. I haven't seen. You learn something every day, right? That Dante Bichette playing for the Brazilian national team with his bright lime green hair. That is, he either lost the bet, all right, or the person that did his hair was severely under the influence.
No. You know why? Because you can't just go in and say, can I get bright green lime hair? It's a process. You got to work.
How do you know that?
Because my wife has her cosmetology license.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's a process.
It's a process. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to start with bleach and then go from there.
I can't say it on the radio. I might lose my job. What I would rather walk around as in terms of with some debris on my face. But I would just tell you that could be the ugliest, and I mean this now, that could be the ugliest look I've ever seen on a human being. The ugliest hairstyle. No, I mean, no. I'm being very honest. I don't know if I've ever seen an uglier looking head of hair in my entire life than Dante Bichette.
Granted, it almost looks like a wig.
That's exactly right. I'm just praying his helmet doesn't fall off.
What if it's a different color on top?
Good Lord. Wow. All right. We'll come back. We're going to wrap up this show. I got another bold prediction coming up next right here on Fox Sports Sacramento.
There's a unique place in downtown Sacramento on the corner of 16th and V Streets that is special for those who enjoy a fine cigar called Hattaway Cigars. It's that little red place right there at 16th and V Streets. It's spelled Hattuey. The Hattaways are a distinguished family of cigar makers originally from Cuba. And for 3 generations, the Hattaways have produced world-class hand-rolled artisan cigars like the Habana and the Gran Cubano, world-class cigars favored by cigar aficionados from all over the world. Hataway cigars originate from Cuban seeds, grown in the historic El Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic, where many of the world's finest cigar tobaccos are grown. Hataway Cigars' spacious lounge features a walk-in humidor with more than 100 different varieties of hand-rolled cigars. Hataway Cigars, open daily downtown at 16th and V, online at hatawaycigars.com. Please be at least 21.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539.
Some call it overplanning. At Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator system. When the power goes out, your Generac system kicks in, so you've always got power no matter what. Up your home with a Generac home standby generator system, professionally installed by the energy pros at Sierra Pacific Home and Comfort.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air, the guys in the big red trucks.
Call the good dudes at Gabrudes, G-U-B-R-U-D-S.
Homeowners, if you have an electrical project you need done, then you need the good dudes at Gabrudes. Family owned and operated for 30 years, Jay Gabrude and his team are the area's recognized experts for everything electrical, from the very basic like repairs, lighting upgrades, and whole house fans to the biggies, panel replacements, EV stations, and backup generators. Gabrudes does it all and does it right the first time. They're actually the guys their competition recommends. Gabrudes, expert 5-star service and always transparent, honest prices and solutions. Say goodbye to your electrical issues. Visit Gabrudes.com or call 24/7 and speak with a real live person. Gabrudes, G-U-B-R-U-D-S.
Call the good dudes at Gabrudes, G-U-B-R-U-D-S, Gabrudes.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Final segment of the week. If you were not with me at the beginning of the show at 3 o'clock, I've got some good news for you. You'll be able to listen to it in 20 minutes from now. You think that rant that I did at the top three, huh? You like that, Rhino, top three?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 20 minutes. You'll be able to listen to it again. That's coming up at 3 o'clock on the King situation with Russell Westbrook. You can listen to that coming up in a couple of moments.
Yeah, were those allergies or Westbrook allergies?
Well, I think it was Westbrook allergies. I think I got allergic to his actions of, doing that to the Sacramento media. It didn't go well with me and kind of had an allergic reaction to it. Because if you notice, that's the only time that I've sneezed in the 3 hours.
I know.
So I think it had to do with that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
You know what's bizarre? He shot 12 shots in the first half last night.
First half, yeah.
And then 3 in the second.
Right. 12 in the first half. And I knew at half I was doing pretty good on my over-under.
Yes. You're more or less.
More or less. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's right. More or less. More or less. All right. My bold prediction, NBA. The Oklahoma City are not going to win the championship this year. Your thoughts on that? I'm saying they don't repeat. They are not going to win the championship.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
By the way, did you see the Spurs and Pistons last night?
Yes.
I'm telling you, the Spurs are the real deal, aren't they?
They were able, because of Wemby. And by the way, what happened to Keldon Johnson?
I don't know.
He has doubled his size in like one offseason, but between the two of those guys, they were able to keep Cade Cunningham at least, contained around the paint. And that's usually the big thing with him.
Cha-ching. Concanipple 3 or 4 from beyond the arc.
Boom. Now we are a Durant away. Telling you, download the Prize Picks app.
You're on fire, man.
Code Rhino 50. You get $50 of first play.
How much you winning on this?
Over the last, since I started partnering with Prize Picks, I've won $160.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Wow.
Not too bad.
So I might be losing my wingman to retirement, huh?
No.
No, we're not going that far?
No. This is just fun, and because luckily I pay attention to basketball with a close eye.
Yeah.
It helps.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, you should go less on all of the Kings 3-point shooters every time they play when they're on the board.
The only one, no. Malik Monk.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't go against Malik.
Yeah, if Malik's number...
You can't go against Malik.
So I will predict the Kings, but I think it's a conflict to play the Kings. And so, but if Malik's got a number that's like 1.5, yes, you're going to go over on that.
All right, bold. You asked me this yesterday,
more.
But you asked me this yesterday, but you asked it in a different way. So I'm just going to ask you point blank, not about deadlines, not about you asked me by a certain date. You asked me by the Wednesday. I'm just going to go point blank. Will Max Crosby be a member of the Las Vegas Raiders before the NFL draft starts next month?
No.
I agree.
Teams are clearing space, and that means there are probably talks going on.
Second bold prediction. Geno Smith is being released by the Raiders. Barring an injury to a current quarterback in the NFL, will he ever be a starting quarterback in the NFL again?
No.
Okay.
No. He had a great run in Seattle.
Yes, he did.
He got a second chance in Las Vegas, and Grant, he's getting up there in age as well. So I commend him. Look at what that has, his famous line. They wrote me and I didn't write back, something along those lines.
Right.
But look at how, I'm not going to say it rubbed off on others, but it showed other quarterbacks that struggled at their first and second destinations that they might be able to get a second chance. And Baker Mayfield, franchise guy now in Tampa, J.J. McCarthy might have to go down that route.
Sean Salisbury is very high on J.J. McCarthy, and he's a really good evaluator of quarterbacks, but he thinks he's going to be good. But, Ryan, he's got to stay on the field.
He just can't, Grant.
I know. Well, I worried the same thing being a Giants fan with Jackson Dart. I mean, his macho style, which he brags about, and put that in, get rid of that. You got to get out of bounds, and you can't be taking hits in the NFL.
I'm 100% with you.
Can't do it.
But the J.J. McCarthy injuries are different to me than Jackson Dart. Jackson Darts are, I don't want to say more self-inflicted because, as you said, you got to get out of bounds. It's his style. He needs to tweak a little bit.
Okay.
J.J. McCarthy just seems to get hurt. Like, he's just not durable. It's been a meniscus, then what was it, a finger or wrist?
Yeah, it's always something.
It's always something.
Yeah. All right, next bold prediction, back to the Sacramento Kings. A guy that I think's been playing probably as well as anyone on the entire team, Precious Achiuwa. Will Precious Achiuwa be a Sacramento King next season?
No chance.
You said no chance.
I don't see no chance.
Okay.
Here's why. One, why would you want to come back here with everything that you've experienced this year? Two, look at the logjam at that position, particularly with DeAndre Hunter, who has not really, he played what, 1 or 2 games as a King. You got Keegan Murray. Let's say you get an AJ DeBonsa. Now you have that problem on the front line. And here's the last thing, Grant. The Kings just don't have the money to work with.
What do you think, just based on how well he's played? And listen, you got to give him credit. He's played well. What do you think he's going to get? What kind of money do you think we're talking about for Precious Achiuwa?
I think he will get a 2-year, $14 million contract somewhere.
Okay. Do you think he's in the same situation that Jake LaRavia was in last year with the Kings? Same type of a deal? Like, I know what I mean by a deal where when LaRavia was on the team last year, because of the rules of the salary cap, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that the Kings were going to lose him. Do you feel it's kind of a similar situation with Precious Achiuwa?
No, it's separate because the Kings could only offer a certain amount.
They couldn't go over a certain amount with Jake. I know that.
So,
but I guess maybe I rephrase that. Do you have the same feeling about Achiuwa as you did with LaRavia, that you knew he wasn't going to be on the team next year?
I actually thought LaRavia would be on the
Really?
team. Yeah, because I thought
I didn't really recall you saying that.
Yeah, because I thought for him to prove himself in the style of play that Doug Christie wanted to play, those two things really meshed well together. He was an ingredient that the Kings last year didn't really have on the roster. If you had runway in front of you, take a gamble on yourself. With Precious, it's different. I think this has been his year to improve himself. He looks like a completely different player, and the market for him, he's good as gone, in my opinion. Teams are going to have a big time interest in him at a very reasonable price rate.
Last bold prediction. He's not playing. He's hurt. I don't think he'll play the rest of the year. Next year at this time, 3 weeks after the NBA trade deadline, Keegan Murray will still be a member of the Sacramento Kings.
Absolutely.
Okay. You say that very confidently.
Yes. Because he does something that nobody else on the team can do.
Okay.
He guards the other team's best player.
All right.
Night in and night out.
DAS Mechanical. Guess what, folks? How about a new heating or air conditioning unit? That's right. DAS Mechanical. They are giving away a heating or air conditioning unit. You can nominate yourself, a friend, how about a veteran, by going to dasmechanical.org, click on the 2026 HVAC donation tab, fill out the short form, and maybe you or the person you nominate will get a heating or air conditioning unit with installation by DAS Mechanical. dasmechanical.org. DAS Mechanical, your HVAC service and repair specialist. Sacramento, Placer counties. Of course, we talk about a family-owned business. They're great. dasmechanical.org. That's dasmechanical.org. USA up 2-1. And after a solo homer on the second pitch of the game, it looks like Logan Webb has settled down after 21 pitches, a quick out to start the second, as the USA Game 1 of the World Baseball Classic. Now, tomorrow, remember, tomorrow, the Capitol Mall, the Capitol Brew Fest. We will be there. Come on, see us. Brought to you by Elk Grove Chevrolet. Come join us. All right? Come join us. We've got a lot of things going on. Cigars, food trucks, Capitol Mall. Look for us. The Fox Sports Sacramento tent. You can't miss us. We'll be out there. We'll be out there early, Ryan. We might be the first people out there, actually.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. Like you said, beautiful weather. And hopefully all of you listening can come out and hang out with us.
Absolutely. So this week's been very interesting. We've had a lot of stuff. I don't know if we had anything more bizarre than what happened last night, though, in a long time. As we wrap up this week, and you'll be able to listen to it here coming up at 6 o'clock. That, and I agree with you, the premeditated deal by Russell Westbrook, I thought it was uncalled for. I thought it was completely bad timing. And I think that for him to challenge the Sacramento media like that was Bush League. All right? Plain and simple, I thought it was Bush League. And I'm not sure why he did it. I don't know what he was trying to prove. But I think he really lost a lot of fans in the process, Ryan. I think I'm going to just come out and say it. I think a lot of the Kings fans that were pro-Russ, I think that did not help his popularity in Sacramento. I really don't.
I'm not so sure. I don't think it's going to shake it one way.
Well, I'm just looking at our chat line. There are a lot of people that are upset at him.
Yeah, but they were already upset at him. You know,
how do you know that?
Grant, how many times do we come on the post-game show and see people complaining about Russ and the shot selection and the minutes? And he doesn't control the minutes, but it's something that was I told you a week ago, I thought if he came out and was very aggressive from the 3-point line and the Kings weren't playing well, you could hear some boo birds. And it hasn't happened because he hasn't had that terrible game. But, you know, people have it's going to be, I'm going to say 75-25, like Javier earlier today. Oh, well, the media backed down. That was your chance. You guys don't ask hard questions. You need to be more direct. Well, okay, you also don't know the professionalism and the etiquette that goes into all of that. But you're going to have a portion that's on his side about the media and then fans that are upset with him. I think 75-25.
Said, Grant, did I touch on Dillon Brooks' arrest? Yes, it was part of my rant. Bottom line, it just was uncalled for. Russell Westbrook did not need to do that. Can we agree on that?
It was a drive-by.
Yes, that's exactly right. It was a drive-by. Very good analogy. Yeah. Rock bottom? No, not yet.
See, that's what worries me.
Well, I'm sorry. You've asked me that 7 or 8 times this year, and I keep on saying no, and then we get to what people think's the new rock bottom.
I just can't imagine, outside of an injury, what else? And I'm talking within the confines of an 82-game season. I'm not talking about the lottery. Just how far further down this team can go.
Wow. Well, we've got another game on this homestand. A lot of games. There's 7 more games at home this month. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't. A lot of empty seats last night. A lot of empty seats. Can't really blame the fans, you know?
Well, that'll be one way to judge it. It's a weekend game.
Yep.
It's reasonable.
Yep. Hey, thanks, everyone, for joining us, making this radio station a part of your daily routine. We greatly appreciate that. Again, come on and see us tomorrow at the Capitol Beer Fest at the Capitol Mall. Make it part of your day. And if you see me and Ryan, come on out and say hello. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to chat with you. That's going to be tomorrow at 12. Well, we'll be there at 10, but it opens for VIP at 11 and then 12 to 3. You'll get there. Don't worry. Just come there, see us. Look for the Fox Sports Sacramento tent, and we'll be in that area. So seriously, I really hope you can come down and see us. My thanks to all of our guests this week. Really enjoyed the conversations that we had. If you're not going to be able to come and join us tomorrow, have a safe weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Go out and play some golf. Go out and play some tennis, some pickleball. Have fun. All right? The weather is beautiful. For Ryan in Sacktown, I'm Grant Napier. Thank you so much for listening to my show right here on Fox Sports Sacramento. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye now.
Downtown Fort Sacramento welcomes you with literally acres of new and